Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sac.
All right, let's see if I can remember this.
Yes, you're going to do it.
All right. Take.
Set it, forget it. Take and turn to.
I'm
learned.
I'm
Who
honestly,
needs to go to college?
I'm so awesome. Who needs to go to college and write? Apparently, my whole family. Is that me?
Your mom goes to college.
Your mom goes to college. Yeah,
Think of all the savings you're giving the family. You're a hero.
I am.
You feel heroic, don't you?
I feel undereducated because there's a very real possibility that in 2 years, my daughter, of course, will be in college next year.
She'll be exploring the world.
Good point, right there.
On your dime.
On my dime. My wife finished her application to Sac State yesterday to get her teaching credential, so she may very well be in college. We haven't. That is not determined yet, but that's where I think
the future.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
So she's going to go to college, and then Mason in 2 years.
Well, if you need me to, it might be better if I don't.
Everybody laughs when I talk.
But you went to the College of Jeopardy. Who wins that?
Yeah, it's just exactly like They got the rules. They insist on
the Dave rules.
The Dave rules.
You got the Jordan rules and the Dave rules.
That's exactly right. I got to answer in the form of a question. They can all just yell it out. And even then, my wife gets mad at me. She gets mad at me. We didn't even read the question. Let your kids answer. But it really
pretty soon it's going to be a form of a question in Spanish.
See. I'm telling her, look, I'm training these kids to be good Jeopardy. They're going to learn and get quicker. Mason's already catching up. Meanwhile, the girls are like, the fish went to the mark. What are you gonna do? But yeah, I will be. I mean, I'm the high school dropout, and the rest of the family, they're all going to be learned doctors. This is a house of learned doctors.
Yeah. Then they can take care of your tingling left thigh.
That's happening again this morning.
When's the appointment?
I didn't. You know what? I was going to make the appointment yesterday on the way home. No, this is a true story. I was going to make that appointment on the way home, but then on the way, I had something else that I had a honey-do list thing. Oh. So we were doing all that backyard. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Hi.
Good to be with you.
We just never stopped talking.
No, we were talking to the parking lot. Then it's just kind of continued. So, we were doing all that backyard stuff. So we have a junk pile. And that's by the fence, inside our fence, that we've gathered of different things.
Just junk.
Just palm fronds and old cans and wood and whatever. So on the way home, I had to call to set up a junk day when they come out and you leave it all on your front curb and they pick it up. So I call, actually, I was like the third guy in line. I got through in like 5 minutes. Really, really nice guy. Start giving us my information.
Mr. John.
His name was Daniel. Oh. And he goes, "Oh, sir, I'm sorry. This is the city. You're in the county. But I can transfer you right over." I go, "Okay." He goes, "Press 6. You are the 8th person in line." Okay, I'm going to be in. I got a 20-minute drive home. Fine, whatever. Finally, nice lady picks up. Say, "Hey, I want to order a junk day." She goes, "Oh, sir, I'm sorry. This is it was some other section. I was in the right building on the wrong floor. Need to transfer you to, the junk day."
This is a province.
It's right. We're in a parish. So she transfers me over, and of course, you are the 18th person in queue. And they don't have the other one had the thing where it's like, if you want, press 1 and we'll call you back and you won't lose your place in line.
But this one at least had jazzy music.
Yeah. And so
that makes the hold all
that much better. So, and you can't turn it down. Like, number one, every single place should have the "we'll call you back" option. That's got to be just an extra few bucks a month that you pay the service to. It just automatically calls you back when it's your turn in line. If you're not going to have that, could you please have an option that says, to get rid of the hold music, press 1? Because if the stupid hold music's on, that it runs in a 10-second loop and just continuously you can't turn it down because you have to be able to hear for when they say, how can I hear?
Yeah.
And a lot of times I'll just like mute my phone so I can do other stuff, whatever, and I can still hear it. But then sometimes I forget to unmute my phone. So there's always a sir, and I've been burned a couple of times where they just hang up real quick and, I'm screwed. Anyways, point being, got on the phone, got the junk day. So ordered a junk day yesterday for my house.
But not the medical appointment day.
Not the medical appointment day. When do you think my junk day is going to be?
Let's see. You called yesterday. Let's go with August 4th.
August 4th. You're on the right track, Jason Ross. It's June 26th.
Oh, I wasn't that close.
And I get it because, you
were 18th in line, and
right.
That was just today. And,
exactly. And it's spring, and that's where everybody calls because they're all doing backyard crap.
How come all of those things that you call that give you a wait or press 1 for whatever, an automated thing?
Yeah.
How come all of their things have changed? Please stand by because,
our options have changed.
All of them have?
It's a scam, dude.
I know.
It's a scam.
Is that a uniform thing?
They haven't changed.
Right.
They just want you to listen to everything.
It's just one or two.
Right.
It changed.
Just let me dial the thing.
Yeah.
Don't make me wait through the disclaimer. You may want to know that as of August 1st, 2021, we have decided to deer.
Like we're 4 years later now. These options changed.
And then when I ordered the thing, the guy had to read me like a 70-minute disc. All right, just want to let you know they'll be here and no paint, no
tires,
no fluorescent light. Can I just wave the thing, and then if I have any of that, you don't, I'll take my. It's like when I'm trying to get into my Arby's app and they make me do a password with 7 punctuation marks. Like, dude, can I just allow for somebody? If somebody's gonna hack my Arby's app. I'll live with it.
They can have the beef and cheddar.
Good for them. They can use my points.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
They earned it.
Right. From the 209, how about just taking it to the dump yourself? That's a very valid question. Yeah. Number one, don't have a truck. Okay. But even let's just say I did have a truck. The cost to dump it, because we've done that before for other stuff, is just stupid. It's so expensive. It's so much more expensive than I thought. And here's the thing. I've said this before on the show. Most people, there's a couple little hacks people generally don't know. Like, for example, you can get unlimited recycling cans. If you have a lot of,
is that really a hack?
It is, in the sense that if you separate your stuff like we do, and you put out a lot of garbage, like I do on this show and otherwise, and you're filling up your recycle bin. And then that means you're filling up your garbage bin. Well, now you have multiple recycle bins, so you're never. It really comes.
Are you sure it's not an extra cost?
It's not for recycling. Not for recycling. For the garbage cans, it is for the extra ones. Not for recycling. Not. So like Christmas, it really comes in handy because you got all the boxes and let's be fair here. We do a lot of boxes at the house, like Amazon and all that crap. We have a lot of that.
You order stuff?
On occasion. Don't have anything currently coming from Amazon right now.
You okay?
I am not. We'll talk about that later. So the other hack is that if you live in the county or city, you get 2 free junk days a year.
Is there 2?
2. Or
I know there's at least 1.
Okay. I think in the county, don't quote me on this one. First off, you definitely get one a year. Free giant piles you can put out there. I mean, there's limits, but we've never gone over it. So either the second one is also it's 2 per. Now it's 2 per 12-month period. It used to be 2 per calendar year. They have their options did change because they did say that yesterday. It's 2 per 12. So I can only order 1 more in the next 12 months after exactly. But here's the other hack. It's $25 for every extra one. $25.
Cheaper than the dump.
Way cheaper than the dump, and all you have to do is take it to your curb.
Yeah.
You don't have to get a truck or put it in your truck and then do this.
Throw it out there at the dump yourself.
But what?
You have to wait 7 weeks for them to come.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. You're right. But fine.
I remember as a kid, that was like, I was tiny because my grandpa died when I was pretty young. But that was like the thing. We're going to the dump. And it was like in his truck. Like, I don't even know what year that Dodge, probably in 1950. It had an H column gear shift, like shift.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it was like, sometimes when you're a kid, like those things, that was like the best.
They have the thing in the front where you had to crank up the car to get it to start.
Probably. I was like, yeah, we're going to the dump. I don't know why I thought. I mean, probably because I saw like trucks and tractors and.
Well, and also stuff like that. Remember we talked about yesterday about the guy I wanted to, which I want to follow up. The guy taking his kid to the game yesterday, taking him out of school. But I think
Jason?
Yes. No, other one. Which, by the way, we need to follow up on that. But what I love is like stuff like that. Like, hey, I'm going to the dump with my grandpa. I'm gonna help him out. And then maybe we get a soda afterward. Whatever, I
was 5. I'm sure it wasn't helping. I'm sure I grabbed one stick and threw
it
in. But
but
I did my work. Oof.
You did my son spent the last not last weekend, but the 2 weekends before, he was over at my dad's helping him turn over the garden because my dad can't really do that anymore. Yeah. So Mason's over there getting all, and my dad's like paying him. I'm like, Dad, don't pay him.
He's going to save that for 30 years.
Exactly. Okay, we gotta go long here because I was on the phone with you. So you and J-Man. It was a father-son date out to the ball game, bonding, and he was already getting into it on the way out there when I was on the phone with you.
Yeah, he took his shirt off in the back seat.
Let's go. He's ready.
I'm like, all right.
He is ready.
His chest.
Yes. The embarrassing thing though is J-Man, big Mariners fan.
Huge.
Yeah, I know. He actually, when the shirt was off, it was big damn.
Wow,
he went heel.
He was ready to go.
Yeah.
So that had to be fun. I mean, despite the loss, but just a fun day out.
Totally. Again. But yeah, it was great. Absolutely great.
Any food?
He ate.
Yeah.
I'm still working on this stinking root canal thing.
So
no, like I always, without fail, would have peanuts at the game. When I went with Chris, that was the day one of the root canal. I'm like,
one of the angriest I've seen, Jason.
It was minutes. I literally left the dentist to come here to get Chris. Like I was still dumb. So I'm like,
he said, I'm not going to school.
No peanuts or Cracker Jacks at the ball game.
Not for me, no. But you saw the picture I sent you guys.
Yes.
You even commented.
You reacted to it.
Yes.
I don't. Oh, yeah, I did. Yes. Yeah. Yes. What happened?
So what's my wording?
Your wording is, look who got a ball.
Yeah. Not caught a ball. Got a ball.
Hey.
Yeah.
Is it a ball?
It's a ball.
Did he get it?
He got it.
Who cares?
No, it was me. I was a fan of the game. I was a good boy.
You know what? The other thing I noticed about this picture too is I was very fixated on why was that blurry?
Because it was
is it
scuffed?
Hey, we can't let them know who the commissioner here is.
Yeah, very a huge shout out to the usher who was in our section.
That's so great.
So he came up. He went. In between innings, they go down to the bottom and then back up top. And I saw him coming up with the ball, and he's like, "Hey, would he want a ball?" I said, "Well, I'm sure he would, but if you give it to him, that thing is being thrown somewhere.
It's getting thrown."
Yeah. So he started to give it to him, and he was ready to throw it, and then I grabbed it from him. But yeah.
Yeah, because it looked like in that picture, it looked like
he was reaching.
He's reaching. He's like, this ball
belongs to me.
And by the way, can I just say he's right? It's a ball. What are balls for? To be thrown.
Yeah, he'd be the perfect guy to throw back a home run ball.
100%, because he knows, he understands this ball was.
That's Barry Bonds at 73rd.
Doesn't matter. It was made to be hit. It was made to be thrown. I'm just trying to send the ball to its home.
Right.
He's got it. Well, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
It was great. Kept the shirt on, but not I took my pants off.
That's
the game.
Honestly what you're supposed to do at a day game.
Yes.
I mean, that's something that might be happening
in Sacramento. That's a tradition. Wait, what? I know. I don't either. We'll take a break when we come back. By the way, we got Kelly Brothers with you today. Sam Amick moving to.
Did he talk to you yesterday?
Prima Donna Sam. So we're going to, because he's traveling today, we're going to move him to tomorrow.
And I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
He's mad at you.
Oh, because I didn't text him back.
Really mad at you. I was at the game. I'm like, oh, Sam Amick's calling.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I hope you guys, is it okay? I'm like, yeah, I got the message. Dave. He's like, is Dave out of the country? I'm like, no.
He
did. Why? Well, tell him to respond.
And
I
told him, I said, look, you got to understand, I had a really good read. I forgot.
Oh, that's fine.
I forgot.
Yeah.
So, and then, we'll move you to 8 tomorrow, Sam. No problem. We'll work our schedule around for you. Can I do 8:30?
Oh, now it's 8:30?
Right. So I said, well, I literally said, Sam, can I do this with you directly, or do I need to go through your agent? And
since we're doing this on the air, were you able to ask him if 9 would work for him? Because that would be better for us.
9. We can do 9 then. Yes.
Yeah, let's do 9 for Friday. That way he doesn't have to worry about anything.
He said, at least I respond to texts. All right. He has his notification silence right now.
Well, yeah, he had a late night at OKC.
This is why it's so great. Hey, just remembered. I'm taking credit for remembering. Can we do 9 tomorrow? That would be better. Send. It's 6:15 right now. It's 8:15 out in Oklahoma City. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give me a time as to when Sam responds. He has notification silenced. I'm trying to be fair here.
And you're not hitting the...
Nope, I didn't do the note. Oh, should I do notify anyway?
No.
No, I won't.
I think,
part of it, I did notify anyway.
Part of it is he was going to be flying this morning.
Yes.
So I don't know, but he would be gone yet.
Pat, Tom, and Cody are having fun.
Wow.
Even if he's flying, though, he's probably southwesting it. So you got texts on there.
Oh.
I'm going to say we hear from him by 7 a.m.
I'm going to say by the end of the show.
End of the show. Well, actually, we should give real times. I'll say 7 a.m.
I'll say the 9 hour.
I like your 7 a.m.
So you're saying 9 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
I'll go 7:15.
7:15.
Sam's a good texter.
Yeah, he is a good texter. He's just also not a good awaker, though. So we'll see. We'll take a break. Also, he rolls around in his sleep. He's not fun to, whenever we go camping, we always have to share a bed with Sam. He kicks you.
That was one sleeping bag.
We'll take a break. Kelly Brothers will join us today. So thank you, Kelly, for fulfilling your commitments. Like a professional, and we've got a 12-pack of crumble cookies as we spiral closer to Mother's Day weekend for you. In the meantime, the playoffs called an Uber last night. Thank God, because they are wasted. They're drunk. They need to go home. Leading off is next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Come check out Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Plenty of well-lit parking available, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. And remember, Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com, and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Tatum across midcourt with 10. Top of the key with 8. Defended by Robinson with 7. Right wing 3. Crossover. Foul line with 4. Left block. Step back. Stolen by Bridges. Bridges chucks it down court. They've done it again. They've done it again. The New York Knicks take both in Boston, and a 2-0 lead heading back to the Mecca.
Bang! Bang! Not Mike Breen there, but man.
I don't know how many, like we always say, like if you have thought bubbles during the game, I never didn't say stuff out loud at the house. I'm like, They're not going to happen again.
It's not.
Wow, why is it down to 8? Oh my gosh, it's 4. They're going to win, but wait, they're tied. Oh my gosh, are they going to lose? Oh my, that's unbelievable.
I kind of want to see it again.
I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
In your life, like the defending champions, who seemingly are every bit as good now as they were last year,
melting down.
They swept the Knicks, and they're wilting at home in record fashion. The Knicks shot 20. They were 9 of 31 from beyond the arc. They only shot 10 free throws. They were 43% from the field. They had 15 turnovers. What the hell is going on?
And I know the other game played second, but it was doing kind of what OKC was. It was like, okay, let's make a statement and boom, let's like annihilate them. So Boston was doing that, and you're going, all right, that was a bad 1-game loss, but they're restoring order here.
Right.
And man, just how are they feeling?
So the Eastern Conference Finals are just on their ear.
Yeah.
Like what their semifinals are on their ear. Like what the hell is going on? And now the Knicks and the Pacers are now the Vegas favorites to advance.
Maybe the Kings sweeping the Cavs and beating Boston, and Boston
Exposed
really wasn't
them.
that big a deal.
The Kings were 3 out of 4 against the two of them.
But
we need to play just like the Kings, man.
That's what that's 100% what it was.
Knicks is very close to Kings if you think about it, gentlemen.
Shuffling around. I'm sure all the Boston fans are handling it just fine.
I feel like Boston fans are honestly super like on whatever in the morning out there on W
Sully and Ritz.
And Twommy.
They're just phone calls, probably super calm.
Who's more calm in their respective New York Knicks fans right now at their elation?
Yeah.
Or whatever that is, Boston.
Oh, Boston. I honestly think. I think
who's more rational?
Yeah,
right
who's more rational? Probably. I think Knicks fans.
I actually think it's Boston.
Oh, Boston's melting.
No, I think they're saying like, guys, we won everything as a football team. Our baseball team finally won.
Yeah.
Heck, we even won the NBA championship last year.
They're good.
Chris talked me into it. He's right.
Hey, have you talked to? Have you been?
I sent a video that I got no response to.
Yeah.
You can only imagine like what Chris is sending.
Oh, Nick Cattle's got to be melting down right now. I'll tell you this much. Easiest day in sports radio history in Boston right now. They basically probably, hey, this is Sully, and we'll take your phone calls. And then just sit back.
Last year, a floke,
I say. Larry Bird's rolling over in his grave.
Yeah.
What? He's still with us.
Trade them all.
Fire
Missoula.
Jason Tatum's a fraud.
If they lose this series, I'm bringing back our Oz. Microprocessors.
Yeah, dude. I
got Celtics in 5.
I've never seen anything like it, man. I've never seen anything like it. It's a blast, though.
It is
an absolute blast.
Especially when you have I honestly don't care. If I actually probably would rather have the Knicks win, I guess. I really don't care. I just think it's a better story.
Yeah.
But when I don't really care, you're like, I just don't believe what I'm watching.
No, for me, it's when you have all the teams left.
Bing bong.
When you have the Warriors, the Timberwolves, the Nuggets, and Oklahoma City on the Western Conference. I'm pulling for OKC in Minnesota.
Yep, I'm OKC, Minnesota, Knicks. That would be some version of the finals.
Eastern Conference, Knicks, Pacers, Cavs. And in that order, well,
big Halliburton thing.
Knicks and Pacers, I think, would be a lot of let's go back to Reggie Miller and Spike Lee days and all that, and then the Cavs because it's Cleveland and but to your point that you had the other day, they still have a championship not that long ago. So I'm with you.
And they were
in
in 4 in a row.
Yeah,
I mean,
if the Final Four could somehow be OKC, Minnesota, New York, and Indiana, that would be. If I could pick that right now, that's what I'd want. But
be it.
Well, but then again, Oklahoma City was down 1-0. They had another game last night.
I didn't see that one.
Would they befall the same fate that happened to Boston?
Guzman Zhang rebounds. Staccato applause breaks out at Paycom Center. The Thunder have even this best of 7 Western Conference semifinal series emphatically in Game 2.
149-106, and historic Thunder explosion escorts Denver out of town for Game 3 in the Mile High City on Friday.
Did they count the points by more than one?
That
was rough.
Rocky Denver is the name of the Nuggets mascot, the one that famously was lowered to the ground unconscious. And
is that how you thought Denver looked or felt?
That's exactly like that was a bat flap shellacking boat race. Mollywop.
Yeah.
Like that was OKC doing what you thought maybe Boston would do.
Yeah. You know what a lot of teams don't do in the playoffs? Denver did. They tanked. They tanked game 2.
For the pick?
Yeah.
That was, that was what you would expect.
Well, and we had just seen Boston.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm going to give this game some more time.
Yeah.
Wow, it's 30. It's 35. It's 40. Yeah, it's not.
Could have been more.
Yeah.
Could have been more.
Jokic fouls out. You're like, yeah, this is.
Hey, Scott Foster back. Atta baby. Fouls out Jokic. Here we go. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we got audio. The Knicks come back again. Also, another official hire for the Sacramento Kings. The Kings got Woodson. Mike Woodson's coming back. We'll talk about it next.
Domantas Sabonis plays here.
He finds Sabonis. Put the frosting on the cake. Put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a two-hand flush makes it 114-106.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
The IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship is back for another thrilling season at Monterey's iconic WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca, May 9th through the 11th. Only in Monterey can you experience a high-octane mix of international drivers, cutting-edge prototypes, and GT sports cars racing wheel to wheel. There'll be gourmet food, wine, craft beers, family entertainment, and exclusive fan engagement with the drivers in the open race paddock. Buy your tickets now and experience world-class motorsports. Visit WeatherTechRaceway.com.
When an overwhelmed injury victim calls Ashton or Price, we immediately remove their legal burden and introduce them to the very best medical care in the region. They focus on their health and we handle all the rest. When they reach the end of their medical journey and are reunited with happiness and hope, we unleash our decades of legal experience to obtain maximum compensation. We are real, local, experienced litigators and snappy dressers too. Consultation's free and there's never a fee until we win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Welcome to Staples.
Hi, I hear Staples prints it all.
Oh, you bet. Posters, banners.
Can you print it all for Father's Day?
Oh, of course. Photo gifts like canvas prints, photo puzzles.
Can you print it all for graduation?
Sure can. Custom cards and invites.
Can you print a huge banner with the grad's picture?
Oh, definitely.
Even an embarrassing baby picture?
Oh, those are the best kind.
I know, right?
Print it all for dads and grads at Staples. And right now, get 40% off custom cards, invites, and photo gifts. N75 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event. Up to 50% off, plus free home delivery. Limited time. Exclusively to Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Disturbed live. Oh, wow. Come on, get down with the 25th anniversary of the 5-time platinum album, The Sickness. 2 sets, 1 show, The Sickness in its entirety, and greatest hits with special guests, Daughtry, and nothing more. Friday, May 9th, Golden One Center. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Disturbed live.
Carmichael Dave here for my good friends at American Energy. As a native Sacramentan, I can tell you, not that you need to know, that it might be nice right now, but turn the corner and oh my God, it's so hot. Yeah, you know, summer is coming. And my friends at American Energy want to make sure you are dialed with your AC unit. So how about this? Half off tune-up right now. It's a special going on, just $24.50 to get your air conditioner tuned up. A free diagnostic. And oh, by the way, if you need a new AC unit, up to $3,500 in rebates on qualifying system installations. That's right. They've been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. Give them a call, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Here's the song.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Have you ever dreamed of shopping for the perfect jewelry from home? Well, now it's possible, and you can even build your credit. PrestigiOJewelers.com now offers online shopping, making us the premium credit jeweler nationwide. With an exceptional selection of fine jewelry from engagement rings and gold chains to sparkling diamond earrings and much more. With over 30 years of experience, Prestigio guarantees you'll find exactly what you're looking for. It's fast and easy. Once approved, you'll receive a guaranteed credit line from $400 to $10,000. All you need is to be 18 years or older, have a valid form of ID, be employed for a minimum of 6 months, and a bank account for automatic payments. PrestigiOJewelers.com is the perfect way to establish or reestablish your credit with interest rates at only 2.25% per month. We are here to help you with monthly reporting to all major credit bureaus. The perfect jewelry, the perfect price, helping you build perfect credit. Visit us online at PrestigiOJewelers.com or at one of our locations in Sacramento, Stockton, Merced, and Fresno. Enter code SACTOWNSPORTS at checkout to save 10%.
Sacramento's premier music festival, Country in the Park, is only a few weeks away with Bailey Zimmerman.
Baby, go and leave me all the way.
Plus Billy Currington, Nate Smith, Ernest, and more. Friday and Saturday, May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo. Don't miss pop-up stores, food trucks, line dancing, and more. Country in the Park, celebrating 25 years, May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Goldfield Trading Post, Java City, and Elemental Wine. Get tickets and more at CITPFest.com.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Christopher Laud. Kelly Brothers later on in the program.
Good at business.
He is good at business.
Still is.
Still is. You know who's not having a good day today? Paul Pierce.
Oh, yeah. Well, he might have an interesting day today.
Getting the
steps in.
Getting the steps in is correct. Poor guy.
Yeah, you really feel for him, don't you?
You really feel for him. Yesterday on whatever the hell show it was. I don't know. Get Up, Good Morning Basketball. Whatever show he's on inside the NBA.
Good morning, basketball.
He was pretty confident about the outcome of the Knicks Celtics game. Yeah.
How confident are you? The Celtics tonight.
If the Celtics lose game 2 at home, I promise you, I'm walking here tomorrow. I'm walking here.
Why you gotta do that?
Wait a minute. I'm walking here 15 miles. I'm walking here.
I don't know, Keith. This is your friend.
In my robe.
Get your friends.
No shoes on.
Somebody save him.
Bare feet.
No.
If what? If the Celtics lose tonight.
Oh my God.
Oh, don't do it, Paul. I'm walking.
Paul.
Not tonight. I'm telling you right now.
Take the serious.
No, I'm taking this serious.
Not tonight.
No, wait a minute. No.
In a
no,
row.
ain't no way. In a row, barefoot.
So you getting up at 5 in the morning?
I'm gonna be up at 3.
Right here, though, Joy.
Yeah,
right
here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, walking. Yeah, we gotta. You know what I'm saying? Gotta walk, homie. I guarantee this one. Put the house on this game.
No.
Put the house
put your
on.
house. Do not put your
the
house
on it.
So you don't think?
No, don't put your house on it.
Yeah, maybe don't put your house on it.
Can I have the house?
I would actually like the house as well. I'm sure it's a nice house. And unfortunately for Paul, he then ended up tweeting the map later that day from his house to now. I'm very curious how this turned. I do get very curious about these things. Is he going to?
Didn't that just read 20 miles?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna have to leave.
He probably already had needed to leave.
Yeah.
But do you,
or maybe he'll just be there for Friday's show.
I mean, you said it. You said you were going to do it. you kind of got to follow through, right? I mean, it's not like he didn't say if whatever the Celtics lose, I'm gonna eat my dog. Like, you're not gonna follow through on that, or you shouldn't. But in this case, you kind of got to follow through, because this, as always, from Kevin Harlan. Not exactly the same on the Boston broadcast, unfortunately, Jason. And we have that clip for you as well, as they had
they're great.
They're fantastic. Just a little bit of a
Sean Grandy and Cedric Maxwell.
A little bit of a different outlook, if you will.
Now Jalen Brunson is at the free throw line trying to give New York the lead with 12.6 to go. Bends the knees. In the left hand. Free throw is good. Celtics trail. No timeout. Holiday's got it. 12 seconds to go. Back to Tatum. Cross half court. Tatum behind the Horford screen. Tatum, 5 seconds. Tatum at the free throw line. Tatum falling away in the baseline. His pass blocked by Bridges, and the Knicks have done it again. The Celtics do not get a shot away. And the New York Knicks, written off as a championship contender midway through this season, have just recorded 3 extraordinary victories on the road to put themselves up 2-0 in the Eastern Conference semifinals.
Sad pandas. Yeah. Not happy. Understandable.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so stupid. I got the French girl in my legs trying to do cucumber.
Hamburger.
Cucumber. This is just gonna piss everybody off, but I can't help it. She always shows up on my timeline.
Allez, légumes maintenant. Potato. 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 Potato.
I want to say something about this. She's doing this program, for those of you who can't see, where it has like a potato going back and forth, and you have to pronounce it right, and then you pass to the next thing. This program's kind of screwy.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's because
she's right there, isn't she?
I thought she got it just fine, and sometimes they'll let her right, and then they really screw her on cucumber.
Yeah.
Potato. Mais comment on dit cette merde? Fais voir. Potato. Potato. Oh, potato.
She got it.
Tomato.
Tomato.
Tomato. Tomato. Putain, mais je sais pas.
See, they gave her that for tomato, right? Now, listen to how she's going to get the pronunciation on cucumber eventually.
Oh, tomato. Okay. Cucumber. Cucumber.
Nope.
Cucumber.
Nope.
Comment on dit ça? Cucumber. Cucumber. Ah merde. Cucumber. Cucumber.
Nope.
Mais cucumber, merde.
Cocomer.
Cocomer.
Cocomer. That's not how you say it.
No.
Cocomer.
Cocomer.
She misspelled it.
Huh?
She misspelled it.
I thought she was typing in to get the program to tell her how to pronounce it.
Yeah,
I
think
she spelled it wrong.
Yeah,
she can't just hit a button that says this is how you pronounce cucumber.
I think she's working 2 different
she's
screens.
typed, yeah.
Cocomer. Mais j'essaie là, tu vas
out.
dire que je fais pas des...
Well, she gets all mad. I don't know what she's saying. I don't know what the hell
Burger.
So back to the Celtics Knicks. I know you guys are into this. We've got the Kevin Harlan version. We have the Sean Grande version. I know you all want the Korean version.
Absolutely.
Here's the Korean end of the game. I mean, it's the real end of the game. It's not the Korean end of it. It's Korean. It's they're calling. We'll bring it forward now to the final play of the game here. Okay, because Jalen Brunson makes a couple free throws. They don't take the timeout. Here's the end of the game in Korea. I mean, it's in Boston. Is it that when it's a foreign language call, I have far less of a problem with the color commentator screen?
I was wondering
because you don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, that's probably that's probably true. From the 916, is Chris using an 80s tape player to capture the audio? It sounds like it's underwater. First off, not Chris's fault. That's our feed. Secondly, is there something we can do about that, or is that just how it sounds? Okay, well, sorry about that. Yes, I was aware that apparently she was saying our French girl had some she had a mouth to her, let's put it that. Yeah, she had, she's trying to get those pronunciations right. She's very frustrated.
Right.
Very frustrated. I'd be doing the same thing if I was doing it in French.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I'd be doing the same thing. Anyways, we'll talk about this more later, but where do we go from there?
Brutal loss.
If you're the Celtics, what are you doing? We'll have comments from Joe Mazzulla a little bit later on as well. We'll take a break. When we come back, safe or out, we'll get to Mike Woodson at the top of the 7 a.m. as well. Also, Oklahoma City and the Nuggets, whatever that was. Steph Curry update as well. Game 2 tonight, Warriors, Wolves. We have a lot to get to. But coming up next, the Giants took 2 of 3. The A's lost 2 of 3. And a very exciting day for Jason Ross. We'll talk about that next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-750-2525. That's 800-750-2525. Again, that's 800-750-2525.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley, investing in our neighborhoods, boosting the economy, making the Valley stronger. But when it comes to their finances, where can they turn? A big bank that just sees another number? That's not good enough. Valley businesses deserve Valley support for payroll, credit, cash flow, and everything in between. Valley Business is Valley Strong. Learn how our cash management services can support your business at valleystrong.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
What would it take for a plumbing company to earn your trust? Jerry and Kenny here from Bell Brothers. And let's face it, plumbing and service companies don't always have the best reputation.
So to earn your trust, the first thing they'd have to do is actually answer the phone when you call with a real live person. Then they'd have to send a plumber when you needed them, day or night, without charging extra for emergency services.
A trustworthy plumber would show up on time, wearing a clean uniform and name badge, and be able to show that they had passed a background check and drug test.
A plumber you could trust would give you a firm quote on the job before starting and clean up after they finish the job.
That's exactly the plumber you'll get when you call Bell Brothers, a plumber you can trust. Call Bell Brothers right now for all your plumbing needs. Our number is 916-444-1234 or find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com.
The No Surprise Guys, Bell Brothers.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
All right. Bear Gear. Coming up at 7 a.m. Thunder Nuggets update. We also have 3 for Madness, Sports Business with Kelly Brothers at
Good
7.
business.
28. In the meantime, let's get to a little baseball. Safe or out? Question 1.
The Giants took 2 out of 3 from the Cubs at Wrigley, but sit tied for second. Ultimately, can they finish ahead of the Dodgers?
I don't think they can. I think the Dodgers, now look, if the Dodgers keep having these crazy injuries, yeah, anything's possible. But my goodness, they're just so damn good. I think the Giants are, they're so far ahead of what anyone thought. But, you know, the way they're winning too, you go to, you know, they get beaten game 1. Then the day before yesterday, that was the crazy one where they scored 117 runs in the 11th. Scored more runs in the 11th inning than they had the entire game combined. Right. And yesterday was just like a very workmanlike. They went up in the first, got a run there. Should have had more in that first inning, by the way. But got a run, just kind of built the lead. Cubs got a couple back, I think in the first or second. I think in the second. I can't remember. And then just finished it out. They're playing good baseball. They're winning their series. The Cubs do not suck this year.
Right.
That's a quality series win in Chicago, and then it's, you know, on to the next.
Yeah, just to the core, I would agree that it feels like, I mean, it just feels like the Dodgers are better, and that's not like a hot take. They were the World Series champs. They're basically back with a pitching staff that was going to be better, even though they're hurt right now. So it's a long season. A lot of different things can happen, but I think, you know, you build confidence. We talked to TJ McFarland yesterday talking about how, you know, the A's are starting to believe. And I think that's something that I think the Giants are. And that's good. Yeah. I mean, it's a team that should believe, but they look like a 500 team last year. They don't look like, they look better than that this year. And they played better than that. And that's a big deal in that division.
And it's not just, you know, here's my thing. I was so out on the Giants the last couple of years, and it had so much less to do with their record and so much to do with their style of play and just this overall malaise.
And how they were being run.
How exactly. It was just Farhan Zaidi was that whole culture was just such a drag down. And Buster Posey has just injected this team with that busteriness. And you can tell the culture is back to where it used to be, or it's on the way. They're not a team. This is not a Giants team laden with superstars. I mean, if I were to say to you, who's their biggest star? Adames? Yastrzemski? Flores? No, of course not. Verlander? Over the hill? Verlander? Webb? Yeah, probably Logan Webb, actually. You know, you're right about that.
But, I mean, that's a pitcher that goes every, 4 to 5 days.
Like, they're just this, you know what they are? They're kind of the anti-Kings in the sense that their average talent level is probably less than the Sacramento Kings, but they fit a lot better together. They're a team that complements each other. And so far, so good for them. Question 2.
Building on the last question, the Giants would be in first place in any other division in baseball, as would San Diego and the Dodgers. Again, our division's pointless.
Yeah, and to be clear, just to be fair, the Mets and the Giants have the same record at 24-14. In every other division, the Giants would have full control of first place. And the Giants are tied for second. Like, that's how crazy the NL West is right now, with the exception that they have 3 teams, or 3 teams that would be in first place in any other division. They have 1 team in Arizona that's still 19-18. They're a game over 500. Then you have the worst team in baseball, the Colorado Rockies, at least right now. I think divisions are. I'm not a traditionalist there. I guess technically I am a traditionalist. I would much rather than go back to NL versus AL like they used to have back when they had a 9-game World Series. Keep the series 7 games, but give me the American League, give me the National League. You can still schedule the rivalries. That's fine, but with the adjustment of the playoffs and the fact that you've got wild cards and you got all give the top 3 your automatic berths, add in your wild cards, seed it as such, adjust the seeding as you go. I guess, Jason, what I'm saying is that my issue is simply I can't stand it if a team gets punished due to geography. But you like the divisions.
No, I'm either in the. I think they've tried to. They have scaled it down as far as you play your division less.
They have,
but here's the pushback I would have on the less divisions, I guess. Do you, as a Giants fan, get tired of seeing the Giants play the Dodgers?
No.
Yeah. And they've already taken, I think, I think they used to play 3 times at home and 3 on the road. Now I think it's 2 and 2 series.
Sure.
If they scaled, if they didn't have divisions, then, I mean, the Giants might play the Cubs more or Phillies more. Like, don't you think the division scheduling, I know, I'm tired of seeing Yankees and Red Sox. Well, there's just more to that than
that's right.
Than the Yankees Tigers or the
That's right.
Red Sox.
But couldn't you have
Rangers.
but couldn't you have, it's kind of like I was trying to allude to, I did a poor
hybrid?
job. Yeah, like a hybrid.
I think that's kind of where they are now. They've reached this.
If you
just take the divisions away,
get rid of the divisions, but you still schedule the rivalries. You wait. I'm not advocating for a balanced schedule.
Right.
I'd actually rather have less interleague. I still like interleague, but give me less interleague and more focus on the within the league. I'm fine with that if they wanted to do that. And I still think you should keep your Red Sox, Yankees, your Giants and Dodgers and all those rivalry games going, Cubs, Cardinals.
I wonder if in baseball, we know this. I mean, I think it's been kind of proven, but I think baseball's very regional.
Yeah.
I wonder if they should go hyper like regional and more division. I don't know. I'm not.
You mean like more Giants heavily weighted to San Diego, LA, Oakland, or Sacramento?
Everything west, because, I mean, does it mean anything for the Giants to be playing the Rays?
No.
No,
it doesn't.
But like in the NFL, oh man, it's Steelers, Packers. That's awesome. Well, would people in that area feel better if the Steelers play or the Packers played the Bears a lot more? I don't know.
No,
it's interesting. I don't know. I mean,
is.
A lot of the sports. I feel like the NFL and NBA have become more league wide. If this one, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's been more homogenous than the other two leagues. In baseball, they're making progress. I mean, it's a lot better than it was 20 years ago. I agree. I do think there's a hybrid, but that's why they get paid the big bucks. Number 3, please.
The Yankees are here as Aaron Judge returns to his birthplace. Jason, how giddy are you?
Getified.
You're get-alicious.
Yes. My plan is all 3 games I'm attending.
This is good for you. I was hoping to hear that. This is the moment you and John Fisher have been waiting for.
I'm going with John.
Yeah, you and John are hanging out.
100% heel.
Yeah.
You guys will hate me.
You and John hanging out at the game.
Yeah.
Jason and I came up with a good question.
Huh.
Who's going to see more A's games when they're in town? Me or John Fisher?
And right now we believe it's 1-1. John Fisher went to the first game.
He did go to the first game.
We don't think any others. Chris, it's a 1-1 tie.
When you say when they're in town, so you're counting like any years they're here.
Yes.
I think Chris.
Okay.
I don't think John Fisher. I think John Fisher maybe goes to one other game.
Well, this would be the weekend. His favorite
Yeah,
player
good point.
he talked about is Aaron
yeah.
Judge. All the great players will be coming through West Sacramento, like Aaron Judge and the other guys.
Who watches more baseball, me or John Fisher?
You, 100% you. Do you remember the list he had where you could see he had in his notes written down names of A's players? Yeah, he has no idea. He probably thinks TJ McFarland's a type of popcorn. He has no idea what's going on. I don't know why I picked popcorn. I was thinking Orville Redenbacher has the same syllables. Oh, well, no, one less syllable. Sorry, McFarland, Redenbach. I don't know. We'll take a break. Who wins in a fight, Colonel Sanders or Orville Redenbacher?
Oh, he's got all the spices.
Weirdly enough, did you know Orville Redenbacher was a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? He wasn't. When we come back, Thunder, that'd be funny if he was, though. He just takes his bow tie and chokes you out. You have a bow tie or a bolo tie? I don't know.
I think he had bolo. Colonel had a, I don't know.
Oh, we'll figure that out during the break. And we'll come back. We'll talk basketball with you next.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sacktown Sports.
Oh my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey Sacramento, it's Malik Monk and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Listen, Mom loves anything you give her for Mother's Day, but what she really wants is a call or a visit. Anything to feel close to you. And a digital picture frame from Aura will go a long way to making her feel closer to you. Help Mom miss you less by putting the power of technology to work. Aura Frames was named the best digital photo frame by Wirecutter and featured in 495 gift guides this past year. I absolutely love it. There's no doubt in my mind my wife Janet is getting one of these things. She loves pictures so much. I know she is going to love this product. So the next time you need to call your mom, you can also send her a new pic of you from that trip that you were telling her all about right from your phone. Aura has a great deal for Mother's Day. For a limited time, listeners can save on this perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off plus free shipping on their best-selling Carver mat frame. That's auraframes.com. Promo code ROAM. Support the station by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions do apply.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it. Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers, plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us, plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Chargers sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ooh, ma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Hereeth my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-837-5050. That's 800-837-5050. 800-837-5050.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-750-2525. That's 800-750-2525. Again, that's 800-750-2525.
Sacramento, get ready. The Sacktown Sports Live events calendar is packed with epic shows you won't want to miss. Classic rock bands, America takes the stage at Hard Rock Live Sacramento on May 9th. Then hip-hop legend LL Cool J brings the beats to Thunder Valley on May 10th. The Outlaw Music Festival rolls into Toyota Amphitheater on May 18th. And punk pioneers The Dam hit Ace of Spades on May 31st. June heats up with JJ Gray and Mofro at Ace of Spades on June 10th. Plus, country superstars Lee Brice and Walker Hayes at Ironstone Amphitheater on June 21st. Then, it's 3 days of country fun at the Country Summer Music Festival at Sonoma County Fairgrounds on June 27th through the 29th. Get your boots ready for the Folsom Pro Rodeo July 3rd through 5th. Then, catch Cody Johnson at Golden One Center on July 18th and Parker McCollum at Ironstone Amphitheater on August 16th. Mark your calendars, grab your tickets, and don't miss out. Find all the details at sacktownsports.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. I don't understand, Chris, sometimes.
I like to keep you guys on your toes.
You did.
You 100% do. Good morning. It is Thursday. Welcome in. Hello. Congratulations. You got today and tomorrow left.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's weekend time.
Yes. Party all the time.
Not really. I have more chores.
So many.
It's another chore weekend. So many activities. The Sacramento Kings, let's get to this first. Are bringing in Mike Woodson has not been a well-kept secret. They're bringing in Mike Woodson as associate head coach. I don't know if that's the. I think that's
it. Yeah.
Former Sacramento King. He was here very early on. With the Kings back in the old Arco. When you look at his coaching record, he coached Indiana for 4 years.
University of Indiana.
Excuse me. You're 100%. I should probably clarify that. And that's where. Let's see. When did he leave Indiana?
I think just recently. It was just
this year, right? This year, as a matter of fact.
Before what? The Knicks and the Hawks.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd love to give you a total breakdown of, him as a coach. All I can do is go on, look, record wise, he was 82-53 at Indiana. Let's just say that's not generally Indiana Hoosier standards, but NIL and whatever. Don't know that that's his fault. Made it to the tournament his first 2 years. Out in the first round, out in the second round. He coached Atlanta for 6 years, followed that up with the Knicks for 2.5. He took over as an interim and then was there 2 more years. He was 54-28 his second year in New York, followed that up at 37-45. But did, between Atlanta and New York, he did make the playoffs 5 consecutive years, losing in either the first round or the conference semifinals 3 times. His record as an NBA head coach is 315 and 365, but he is an experienced coach.
That's it.
He is a known commodity.
Mm-hmm.
He is somebody that obviously is going to come in and give Doug Christie a more veteran look on the bench.
Yeah, I think. What was Scott Perry's line? Like diversity of thought,
unity of purpose.
Yeah. So I think that's what this is my belief. I've obviously been a head coach, but I think you need, if you can kind of get a collection of people, like sometimes you need the people that are supportive and positive, and then you need others that push back a little bit. Like, hey, what if we tried this, or what about this thought, or whatever. I think you need a lot of people that have been in different circumstances, and then just Mike Woodson's run through it as 3 different spots as a head coach, 2 NBA programs, 1 college program, and just his years of experience combined with what Bobby Jackson, if he does become part of the staff officially, and everyone else that Doug officially adds, you want to tap into all of that. And just like, I just think that's a healthy way of doing things. Like, look, Doug's still the last word kind of thing, but it doesn't mean like he's the smartest one in the room and has all of the answers. You should, ask and tap into other people.
I would also say that this is the first since we're going to use that test on everyone, I think you got to be fair. I would say this is the first hire the Kings have made in the offseason that would get hired by another NBA team at that position. I don't know that Scott Perry would have gotten another GM job at the other 29. I don't think Doug Christie would have gotten a head coach job at the other 29. Mike Woodson would have been on somebody's bench. Mike Woodson was at Indiana. He left. He would have gotten an assistant job somewhere. So I would say from that point of view, I just want to be fair. If I'm gonna bring that up for the others, I got to bring it up for Woody. And obviously there's this theme here that they're building, which is familiarity. And I don't know that that's a good thing. As a matter of fact, I don't think it's a good thing. But
what do you mean familiarity?
Familiarity in the sense that Scott Perry was here before. Doug Christie played here. Mike Woodson played here. If Bobby Jackson comes here, he played here. Darius Ngayla played here. Now, on the optimistic side, the positive, the pro would be these are all people that know and love Sacramento. They know the fan base. They know the city. They understand they have a very unique understanding of Sacramento and what it's all about and what we want here, what we enjoy here, what works here. That's the pro side. The con side would be the very last thing you want, the very last thing you want are people that have been here before because it's not worked. You want the very last, again, this is the con side here. I'm just presenting both sides in my opinion. The con side would say this is the last thing you want to do. You want people that are completely unfamiliar with the culture here, with Sacramento in general, with how things have gone in the past, because they've been a bottom 3 failure team for 40 years. Why would you want to bring that back? Why would you want to duplicate that? If whether it's and I'm not saying these guys all have bad attitudes or bad, not quite the opposite, but is there an argument that, guys, we want a completely fresh look on this franchise from outside, from people that have nothing to do with this team, that can bring in a new set of eyes?
You could have that. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that argument. I think they've done that too, though, right? And some of the coaching regimes that have been through here haven't really had connections.
No.
So I think every level of whether you know the place, whether you've been involved, whether you've been attached, or completely brand new, it's kind of all of it has not worked.
No, you're right. It hasn't. And if it has worked, it has worked. Like you said, we've always said, obviously, Petrie Adelman worked.
Right.
But
in year one of Mike Brown.
Monty McNair. You could argue that 2 years, I guess.
And that's the thing. The last couple of years, we said this even during the season, like this 3-year stretch, honestly, I know it's only one playoff appearance, has been more wins than any 3-year stretch besides that 8-year run. But that's the bar is low.
The bar is incredibly low. And the bar is low right now, which is good news for Scott Perry and everybody else, because I don't want to say they have nowhere to go but up. There's certainly room to go down, but also at the same time, and we'll discuss at 8 o'clock, some of where did it go wrong in this last era?
How did we get to here?
How did we go from, how did we go from one of the best stories in the entire NBA 2 years ago to, from the 916. Sounds like overthinking, Dave. Doug and Bobby, if Doug and Bobby were, for example, Bobby Jackson were part of the most successful stretch this franchise has seen in Sacramento, why wouldn't you want to bring that back? I mean, it's a very fair question. I would also say so was Vlade.
Right. But, okay, just another pushback on you would be, you've wanted a disciple of Sam Presti, right?
Yes.
So, because you deem him, and not just you, as very successful.
Yes.
What would be the different thought there is, like, if Doug and Bobby and were a part of the most successful. I know they were players,
Sure,
but is that the difference? I guess
you're talking about disciples of Adelman,
or just disciples of the most successful time here. You're basically saying we'll pull from someone who's really successful now in OKC or San Antonio, whatever team you were referencing. I think you were saying OKC.
Yeah.
But it's also different. They were players. Now you're putting them in a coaching position. This you're asking for a underling as a general manager, moving them to a general manager here.
Yeah, I just personally, for me, and look, I'll keep going back and saying it over and over again. Doug deserves all the love and credit and chance to be successful. And I don't want to spend the next 2-3 years saying it's not going to work. At the same time, if it were my call, I don't want anything.
You'd go outside.
I'd go outside. I don't want. It hasn't worked here. I would go outside.
Would Scott Perry be outside or no? Just be. I mean, that was 3 months.
Yes. I think Scott Perry is somebody who they've dealt with before. He's a familiar face. So
you'd go completely different.
I would. Yeah, I know. It's somebody that can come in and just look. Here's basketball ops. You've proven it here, proven it there, or you've been a lieutenant to the person, whatever. Come in,
which they did with Monty and
got carte blanche.
Pete, but just different.
Well, I would say this: both were rookie GMs, which I'm not totally against, depending on who the rookie is. And I would also say with Monty, worked pretty well until the meddling happened. Yeah. Oklahoma City thrashed the Nuggets last night. We'll have highlights for that later. I mean, honestly, there's not a lot to talk about. It was a destruction, mayhem, just not a game. And Steph Curry, as we found out at the very end of the program, he's going to be out at least a couple games of this series. It'll be very interesting to see how the Warriors respond starting tonight.
He's got one of those injuries where the coach always says, well, if it was the playoffs, he would be playing.
Yeah,
the playoffs.
It is the playoffs.
So we will see.
I don't think we see him. We'll take a break. When we return, 3 for Madness. Who's more likely to win their series, the Celtics or Wolves? And what do you want to see in those Eastern Conference Finals? Plus more. We'll talk about that next. Because first, we're going to talk about the deals my friends at American Energy have for you. Yeah, that's right. You know, when you're a company that has an A+ with the Better Business Bureau consistently, when you're a company that you can right now go to Google, go to Yelp, and read the responses, the comments, the people praising them, not just the radio guy. When you've been doing all of that, you can make an argument. You don't have to offer deals. Well, no, you do, actually, when you're American Energy, because they're always going to try to save you the most money and give you the best service. Right now, $24.50 get you a tune-up on your air conditioning unit just in time for the hot weather, so you can have that confidence in knowing that you're going to be taken care of throughout the summer. And if you do, in fact, need a new unit, you get yourself a new air conditioning unit. You up to $4,000 in rebates for qualified customers. It's so simple. It's so easy. Give them a call at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. 30-second break. We're back with 3 for Madness next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app. 3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
1-800-920-1140. Let me get to Rick real quick. Rick. Good morning, Rick.
Hey, good morning, guys. Love your show on the way to work, as always.
Thank you.
Dave, I just wanted to make a comment about kind of the history of the coaches for the Sacramento Kings. How many are successful coming in, not very successful here, and then successful after they leave? And also, I think the cracks started showing. Fox made a couple of comments that kind of made me think that he was looking for greener pastures last year. And so I wonder about the internal workings with the Kings, and it just seems like there's a big problem. Anyway, catch your comments on the air. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you, Rick. Thanks. Rick. Yeah, we've talked a lot about that. The inner workings, what led to Fox leaving. I would say the most successful the two most successful coaches after here, probably Adelman.
Yeah, because he still was good after here and had some good
Michael
run.
Malone, obviously.
Yeah,
won
sure,
a championship. Other than that,
yeah, Carl. There was actually a nice piece on George Karl in the Athletic yesterday, the day before. Yeah, about how feels like he could help an organization, not necessarily coaching, but just like his mind.
Interesting.
But
did you see the thing yesterday where he said he goes to Twitter to read what's going on, but he's never tweeted anything? He said he's never tweeted anything.
Huh?
Yeah, I find that impossible to believe.
Of course he has.
Because the check mark?
No, but okay, so me personally, I have an issue because I've repeatedly direct messaged with the guy about things. And it sounds George Carly, sounds like him. He's made references to things here. What the hell is going? Is he trolling?
I don't know.
I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, that caught me off guard. Like, dude, what are you doing, guy? But also, George is a little, George. Anyways, 3 for Madness question 1.
Who is more likely to win their series, the Celtics or the Wolves?
I think the Wolves. It sounds weird saying that because I actually think Golden State's going to win the series, and I think the Knicks will win the series. But Steph Curry being injured changes a lot of things. And golly, can the Celtics beat the Knicks 4 out of 5 and 3 of those 5 on the road? The answer is yes.
Absolutely.
They can.
Yeah, because if you just flip it, like we've seen the 2 games of knowledge, but if you said before Celtics win in 5, 4-1,
yeah,
that doesn't sound crazy.
No.
But now when you're down 0-2 and the way you've lost, it does feel crazy.
And it shouldn't because they've lost in literally record-breaking fashion.
Very winnable. I mean, just gut-punching losses. I'll just take the Wolves just because of the difference of it's 0-1 versus 0-2.
Yeah, right. And Steph's the thing that worries me.
Huge
Could
be a huge factor.
But I'm not confident in either. I do think Golden State will win that series, and it obviously would not shock me at all if Boston won.
Yeah, and I'm not. I feel like I'm not sure who's the better team, the Warriors or the Wolves. I think Boston's better than the Knicks.
Yeah.
Not by like a landslide, but they're down 2-0.
It's just so amazing. We're not talking about some up-and-coming non-playoff tested. You're talking about championship pedigree, defending champs, veterans, guys
that might have lost a game like that in the regular season.
Sure.
No big deal. But then you lose the way you did game 1. You're like, that's a little weird, but
Dude,
that's fine. They'll regroup.
I just had a thought. Does this diminish the Kings' win in Boston?
Yeah.
Now that we see how easy it is for the Knicks. Yeah, more bad news, Kings fans. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
Can you explain the Celtics' historical choking over the last 2 games?
So let me answer the question with a question for you, Jason. Is it more the Celtics breaking down and choking or more the Knicks seizing the day? And you can't say both.
I think it's Boston.
Yeah.
Just especially yesterday, and I know they missed just a hideous amount of threes in game 1. It is what they do. So when people are like, stop shooting threes, they've won a championship. They were one of the best teams. This is what they do.
Yeah.
I think, it's a funny mixture. They took, what was the stretch where they missed, I don't know, what was it, like 16 shots in a row? A bunch of them were threes.
Yeah.
But Tatum got to the foul line. Jaylen Brown had a turnaround in the paint. Like Derek White had a putback that he missed. They weren't all shooting threes. And then there's Jason Tatum going coast to coast for a dunk that gave him the lead back. I thought, okay, there you go. But they melted down.
They completely melted down.
Yeah, it's more on them. I don't even know if the Knicks believe they were going to do it yesterday. It's just by the time and score, they're like, oh, here we are.
Yeah.
And then let's go get it. And they got it.
They smelled blood.
Mm-hmm.
And credit the Knicks, too, stepping up that defense. Everything was clutch. As a matter of fact, Jalen Brunson, towards the end of the game, airballed a 3.
Right.
I was thinking, oh, okay, well, but then just clutch defense.
Yeah.
And Boston just gagged. I don't have an explanation.
Yep.
I've never seen anything like this before, and I'm here for it. With no hate on Boston, but it makes for incredible drama.
Yeah, now it's
little hate on Boston.
It just feels like it's all mental for them now because honestly, I think they can, not easily, but I think they could win the series. Honestly, it wouldn't even shock me if they won the next 4.
I'm with you.
But where are they mentally? And what the Garden's going to be like this weekend is going to be awesome.
Oh, my God. Oh, New York. That place is going to be off its rocker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 3, please.
Question 3.
Celtics versus Cavs or Knicks versus Pacers?
Yeah, and obviously that can move around a little bit, but the question there is if the favorites now what I'm also including in this, in order for it to be Celtics Cavs, that means the Celtics have to come back on the Knicks and all the drama that goes with that. And then the Cavs would have to come back on the Pacers. So you would have two teams that are down 0-2 that would both come back and win their series. So I want you to factor that in as far as entertainment value. Or you have the Spike Lee, Reggie Miller rematch of the Knicks and Pacers circa 1990.
Yay! Yay! Yay!
Great way to lead into NBA on NBC. Coming up in the fall, we're getting real nostalgic now. You've got Indiana and Tyrese Halliburton, who, I was thinking about this. I think Tyrese Halliburton is arguably now in the pantheon of Indiana Pacers in the modern era. He's on that Mount Rushmore for Pacer fans. He might actually be third behind Reggie Miller and Paul George. Apologies to Detlef Schrempf. Apologies to Rick Smits. I'm sure there's a couple others, Dale Davis, that I'm forgetting. But I think a lot of Pacer fans would agree. Here's the thing. He also has a little bit of that heel in him like Reggie Miller does. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's just the uniform making me think that a little bit, making that connection, but there is a bit of that heel. So I could 100% see Tyrese Halliburton unleashed at Madison Square Garden doing things like that. There's entertainment on both sides. I'm going to take Knicks and Pacers just because it's new.
That's it. That's my answer, too. If I'm picking between those options, I'd feel for the Celtics and Cavs that had, more so the Cavs who had just an amazing season. Boston, if Boston goes out to the Knicks, I don't think it's as much as people in Boston maybe tear it all down. Yeah. No, run it back. I mean, that's a championship caliber team that I don't know what's happened to them in this series, but I would try again with that group. So I wouldn't feel for them as much as I would the Cavs if they get out. But yeah, we haven't really seen the Pacers or certainly the Knicks in the finals in a long time.
No. And look, I have no love for the Knicks. I have no hate for the Knicks, but much like your Yankees, mm-hmm. I acknowledge as a sports fan that the NBA is better when the Knicks are good. And if the Knicks are in the finals,
stars will be out.
Forget about it. Yeah. I was going to say number 3, but
that was it.
That was it.
We did it.
What do we have, Chris? We still have 3 minutes.
We do.
8 minutes.
Here's something interesting. The Celtics have led for 81 minutes in this series so far. The Knicks have led for 12 minutes. Man, that's crazy.
I don't know what the numbers were. This is way too far back, but now that was a little similar to the Kings and Lakers in that 0-2. Like game 2 through 5, I think the Lakers led for it was like a minute, and they won game 4, obviously. So
didn't matter.
Yeah.
Here's one thing I'll give you randomly. Oh, I forgot the results of our poll from yesterday. I looked at it.
What was our poll?
I looked at it last night. Are possums cute?
That was the poll.
You don't remember the poll?
I forgot that's one. I thought it was something else with animals. Anyway, all right. What was it?
Are possums cute was yesterday's poll.
And I'm with Chris. I say no.
I thought
I was yes.
Yeah, you were yes. You and I were no. 67.7% say possums are not cute. 32.3% say yes. And I even had a listener, by the way, try to sway it by sending me a picture of their pet possum.
Yeah, but that one's got makeup on.
Yeah, it had a little bow and all that crap. Like, no, man. Possums are not cute, dude. Here's another thing for you, Jason.
They're like kangaroos.
No, they're not. They're
all marsupials.
They are marsupials. That's where they're like that.
They've got a pouch.
That's where the comparisons pretty much stop. They've got.
What do they keep their phone in there?
They keep their cute babies in there. Look at that.
I mean, baby anything is cute.
Was that a wedding?
Yeah, the possum was getting married.
I don't know. Have you seen a baby panda?
Baby pandas aren't cute?
Ooh.
Oh, really? Wow.
Possums on Broadway.
Shout. God dang it. Baseball is launching a new stat in honor of Aaron Judge called the true home run.
The true home run? Explain.
It will track balls that clear at least half of all major league stadiums. Starting in 2026, players will have a separate home run total based on league-wide ballpark eligibility tracked by StatCast. So in other words, Aaron Judge's false home run number because he plays off that 200-foot porch in right field in Yankee Stadium. Now all of a sudden, I look.
Can they do that in? Does it work the other way? I don't know what the deepest center field, but if you hit one like 410 and it's not out, and they go, "Oh, that would have been out of 18 parks."
I think they should.
Yeah,
I think they should, and I think you should have. You know what they should have? They should have 3 categories. They should have true home runs. They should have false home runs for the one you're talking about, and then they should have ultimate home runs.
What's the ultimate home run?
All 30.
All 30, no matter where. It was hit to left center. It would have been out in every single ballpark's left center.
He leads the league in ultimate home runs.
That's exactly. I actually think that's really cool. Like that was out of every single park. Ultimate home run, not at Oracle Park. It would have been a pop fly to right field, but at
McGuire would have had like 66 of his 70.
Yeah, he absolutely 100% would have. We'll take a break. Well, I mean, Aaron's still good.
He's fine.
He's here right now. He could be listening.
Not just yet.
No,
I have a tracker.
Oh, you have the Judge.
They played last night. So they should be flying soon.
That's so tough. God, to do that.
An off day today. They're gonna be hanging out with the A's.
Actually,
when they come out here, do you think they have lunch? I don't know.
They'll be at the Limelight early.
They have lunch with the Giants, right? Yes. Jason's going to give you a update on what's going on over
the Yankees would stay in San Francisco, by the way.
They absolutely would. Kelly Brothers, good at business. Coming up next.
The Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, UC Davis, and Sac State with the Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SacktownSports.com to join.
Well, spring has sprung. Spring is here. It's officially here. We got some beautiful days going on, and it's a good time to kind of do some home evaluating. What does your situation at your house look like? And keep in mind, if someone were to come over to your house, the first thing they look at is your garage. That's the first thing that people notice. So for us, one of the things when we worked with the great people at the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, we needed new doors. I mean, really, we did. We needed to get in this century. We had doors that we had to manually lift open. Well, now we've got the smooth rolling track, very quiet and just sleek looking doors that we picked for ourselves out at the showroom on Franklin Boulevard. Met the great people at the Overhead Door Company. The process is super easy. And so we've got curb appeal. The garage doors look great. It's the design we wanted, and they're awesome. Also, another side benefit, it's one of the most cost-effective upgrades to increase your home value. So increasing our home value, the look of the home, and then just for us, the functionality. We are so happy with the ability to open the door basically by pressing a button from the app, from a remote, from the keypad on the side of the garage door. So it is absolutely great. But what was great as well, another byproduct of that was meeting the great people at the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, who have been doing this so effectively for homes and for businesses for 70 plus years. You can go to their showroom, 6756 Franklin Boulevard, ask about the Sacktown Sports Special, and call them at 916-421-3747. Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, the genuine, the original overhead door. Always look for the red ribbon logo.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, Don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Get ready for Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade Event, May 15th through the 18th. Get the highest value for your RV guaranteed during the biggest RV trade event of the year. Shop the best RV deals in America with new RVs starting as low as $92 a month. Get ready for the holiday weekend with up to 45% off grills and 25% off product installation. Plus, we'll have free hats, free propane refills, free food, and fun for the whole family. Don't miss the incredible Red, White, and New Trade Event, May 15th through the 18th at your local Camping World.
See full details and disclaimer.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event. Up to 50% off, plus free home delivery. Limited time. Exclusively to Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Joining us now on Sports Sense, certified financial planner Kelly Brothers. Kelly is an advisor with Cap Trust, one of the nation's largest registered investment advisors. Cap Trust counts among its clients numerous pro athletes and pro sports franchises, but most importantly serves many Northern Californians through comprehensive financial planning. Here's Kelly Brothers.
Here he is, Kelly Brothers.
There he is.
Good morning, Kelly. How are you?
Did you get a haircut, Dave? I like it.
As a matter of fact, I was just thinking this morning, it's about time for another haircut. I'm just not wearing a hat today.
That's what it is. That's
what it is. Okay. I don't wear a hat, and then
with perpetual bed head or no hat head.
Hat head. Yeah, and then like if I don't wear a hat and I walk around, and then everyone in the office, I know they're being nice, but they're always like, "You look great today." And it's a great.
It's like, how about yesterday?
Right. Like, so do I just look like a big hulking garbage pile every other day? I don't know. I know I shouldn't take it that way, but that's low self-esteem, Kelly. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on in the world now. Where we're starting here, college football, and what's going on with making it different, right, fixable, whatever that may be.
Yeah, and who knows if it can be fixed, but the name I'm about to say is the name that most people throw out when you think about someone who would make decisions for the health of college football overall, and not for any one conference or team. So last week, the president went to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, to deliver the commencement address at the University of Alabama. Before that address, he met with Nick Saban down in Alabama. And it looks like they are working together. Nick Saban is going to take on, I believe it's co-chair. He would become the co-chair of a Trump-led college football commission. And the president is offering, the weight of the White House to say, no, I will make executive orders to do whatever I can to protect college football. Saban believes that it's out of control. It's the Wild West. There's going to be big winners and losers, and he thinks that that we need to rein all this in. So it looks like the college commission, which is going to be chaired by Nick Saban and a gentleman named Cody Campbell, who's currently the chair of the Board of Regents at Texas Tech. But they're going to have this commission, which will make decisions to protect college football, because it is getting a little bit wild out there, as we've all talked about many times.
It is, but I'm also thinking, Kelly, for the universities that have done some of the realignment already and this NIL period, that the athletes seem to be thriving. It is wild and chaotic, but also isn't it doing fairly well? That'd be an interesting fight that they're going to be in.
It is. The question is, I think, Jason, do we begin to lose interest over time if you have athletes playing at 4 different colleges over 4 years? Does that loyalty to one school begin to wane? I think they can fix a lot of it by saying, hey, you get one move. Use it, use it or lose it. Take your best shot, prove what you can do on the field, and then take your best offer and move on. But there's some athletes out there now playing for their 3rd or 4th school, and you need a scorecard to keep track of it all. And they're getting NIL money, And it's beginning to impact the draft too, as well. I mean, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you have people coming back for their fourth year because they can get 3 or 4 million, whereas in the NFL, it's going to be a lot less given where they're projected to be drafted. So
it's interesting, Kelly. It really is interesting. I mean, I honest to God think we could do a 4-hour show talking about all of this philosophically. A lot of the answers we don't know because as you said, losing interest over time, we don't know. We'd have to wait for the time to happen to see if that interest is being lost. You got athletes now, especially in football, that how many horror stories have we heard about guys coming out in the draft, or you get, this horrible injury, and unlike NBA or NFL or Major League Baseball, your contracts aren't guaranteed for the most part in the NFL. So you have players now staying in school rather than get drafted at a position they would have before because they'll make more money in school. Will we lose interest with players moving schools? We don't lose interest with players moving teams in every other sport at a national level. And I'm not saying you or the philosophy is wrong. I'm saying I just don't know. And I do wonder if, first off, I don't like the government getting involved in sports. You want to get involved in sports, first thing, I'll be okay with the government getting involved in sports when they remove the antitrust exemption in baseball. And until then, it's all stupid to me. Secondly, if you're going to mess with college football, which was the second most watched sport in America last year, do what we've been talking about. Because for me, college football has such more potential to be so much better if they created a college football Premier League system where you just had everybody playing everybody in your top 30, top 40, and then 10 teams went down, 10 teams went up. And you found a way to maximize that. They're on their way to doing that already. It'll be interesting to see what the president and what Saban and friends do.
Yeah, and of course we have the court case, which is still working its way through the system. It's going to work out to be about $20 million a year of direct payments to athletes from universities. So, pieces of it are starting to fall into place, but they want, I think there should be a benevolent dictator in charge. I think Saban would be perfect. By the way, guys, who would have guessed, if you'd said 5-10 years ago, that come 2025, Nick Saban's commercials would be funnier by far than Will Ferrell's? Who would have believed that?
Oh, those Airbnbers at VRBO, one of those two, where he's like in the spa.
Yeah.
We're not here to have fun.
Yeah. Check-in time is 4:00. It's 3:55. I know.
What I always want to say to comments like yours, Kelly, because you're absolutely right about his commercials, is that Nick Saban is rightfully getting credit for being funny in these commercials. I would just like to say shout out to the commercial writers and the advertising agency to understand, to take a person like Nick Saban, who has the personality of my underwear, to put him in these commercials, or at least what we see, to build these commercials around that personality, to bring that out, which they've done beautifully. Saban's going to get the credit, but somebody had to write it.
Yeah, but your Fruit of the Looms are lively.
Let me tell you something. Oh my goodness, built for age.
They can stand up on their own, but still.
Yeah, true. So is there a timeline on this, Kelly? I mean, obviously they just met. They want to get this commission going. Do you have a read on when this may really get some progress going?
I think you're going to see an announcement before the season begins in August. I think you will. They want to put something in place, and because everyone's just it is the Wild West. Everyone's just grabbing what they can right now. Notre Dame and Clemson just signed a 12-game home deal. Notre Dame trying to stay independent, obviously. Clemson trying to, Clemson's in that interesting place where it's in the ACC, and the ACC some years is good and some years is not so good. So they're trying to make sure their schedule lines up as well. But I can't wait. I can't wait to see Dave and his family in South Bend, Indiana, for the Notre Dame USC game next October. So
that's as long as I don't know if Greyhound goes from Sacramento to South Bend, but
I'm out of cash.
I'm all out of cash. Kelly, who's not out of cash? These people building that stadium out in DC. What's the latest on that?
Yeah. I just love these deals. I love to see what's in them because there's so much government money floating around. And realize, you think we have a problem, and we do. We have a problem in Sacramento in that, huge chunks of our populace, whether it's in Placer County or in El Dorado County, have no say, or they're not liable for the tax or whatever it is. But, we're kind of balkanized, and that really prevents us from making big decisions that a metro area of 3.5 million people should be making, because we're so balkanized. But think DC, it's even worse, because you not only have all these cities and counties, you have multiple states. You have Maryland, Virginia, and of course the District of Columbia. So the Commanders are getting a new stadium. It's going to be they're going to put in $2.5 billion into the project. $2.5 billion. Now that's also for an entertainment district. The District of Columbia is putting in $1 billion, and DC is going to own the stadium, but the Commanders are getting what is basically a 50-year lease at $1 a year, with a lot of tax benefits that come with that. The DC government is going to get 2 complimentary 18-person suites on the 30-yard line for exclusive use by the mayor.
Oh, wow. That's not going to get abused at all.
No, I know.
Wow.
But they are, and of course they hope to get a Super Bowl. And it's good that they're going to be back, and they're also trying to get a women's soccer team as well. There's all sorts of things on property taxes, but they got a deal done. And the owner, everyone knew that once Snyder was out, and they got some decent, deep-pocketed owners in there, that they could get a deal done. So there will be a brand new stadium and a huge entertainment district, multi-billion-dollar entertainment district around it as well. So
we ever figure out why it's a District of Columbia? Like, what the hell is that? Like, this isn't Columbia? Like not South America, Columbia. Like, why is it DC? What does that even mean? You're a it's our nation's capital, but you're a District of Columbia. That whole setup to me is very hinky. And their budget is, the Congress runs it, Kelly, as you know. But why is it? They're too busy renaming the Gulf of Mexico, but we have a District of Columbia where our seat of power is. What even Columbia is it?
I think it goes back, Dave, to the separation between the federal government and the states' rights, all that is entailed there. And they wanted a non-state entity to be where the capital of the nation was located. So they carved out this little place along the Potomac there, and as it's not very well run, really. Although, man, for all the Washington suffers from the same disease we suffer from, unfortunately, and that is we get a bad name because of the dysfunctional politics that happen within our lines. Right? I mean, Washington's an incredible city.
Yes.
We just kind of make fun of it. Sacramento is a bad word. If you read the Wall Street Journal, Sacramento is synonymous with dysfunctional government. And it's too bad. We're both painted with that same brush. Really.
One thing I never realized until I visited DC was that you go there, pretty much everything's free. Like you're all you know, take your tours and go to the Capitol building, the Korean War Memorial, which is my favorite. Everything's free. It's just you just go in, you got to get your tickets, wait in line, but they do subsidize everything. By the way, before we go, you had one more thing, and it was I believe having to do with the Savannah Bananas.
Well, just that they're still owned by the same husband-wife team who've been offered a lot of money, and here they are. I mean, they're selling out 80,000-seat stadiums. I think you're going to see cities come up with like-minded teams to take them on. So it's not just the Washington Generals every week, but I mean, they have brought a new wrinkle to baseball.
Yeah.
And if I'm Rob Manfred, I'm looking at that. Go, man, how do we partner with them? How do we buy them?
Yeah.
Of course, if you buy them, you might ruin them.
They would 100%.
100%.
It's the best. It's the best. I mean, honest to God, Barnum and Bailey, Bill Veeck. I would honestly put Dana White in there, to be honest. Vince McMahon. We know all these names, but whoever the guy is, that him and his wife that own the Savannah Bananas, that's as impressive as anything those other guys did. To take the third most popular sport that a lot of people say is waning in popularity, right, and especially with the youth, and to sell out freaking Clemson Stadium Like, that's insane. It's one of the best promotional gimmicks we've ever seen.
No, the Savannah Bananas are what minor league baseball wants to be, but is too tied up in Major League Baseball to be. And so I'm thrilled for him, because if you watch it, the baseball's pretty good.
It is.
All the dancing and the singing.
That's a good point.
Else goes on, so.
By the way, as we sign off, Kelly, I just remembered, I wanted to remember this from yesterday. We had A's reliever TJ McFarland on, who promised his parents, he got drafted out of high school. He promised his parents that he would go get a degree. He enrolled in the University of Phoenix. I think it took him, he said, 8 years?
Yeah, forever.
But he got his degree in finance, and that's what he wants to go into after life. So I'm thinking he lives in Roseville. You know, he's put roots down here. We got to figure out a way to hook the two of you up. Maybe you can intern with you or something. Get some good on the job experience.
No, absolutely. I'd love to. I mean, I love these. Yeah, these guys who are planning for the future is just great. And I cannot wait to see Aaron Judge down by the banks of the Sac River on Friday night. And I mean, you read his story. I mean, I'm sure you guys have talked about it, but you know, his mom and dad came to Sacramento, adopted him when he was 1 day old.
He was born here.
He
was born here in Sacramento.
He was born here in Sacramento. He was adopted when he was 1 day old. He grew up in Linden. He adores his parents. He calls his dad his hero. You know, his mom runs his foundation. I'm just thrilled for all his success and thrilled he can come home.
Well, that's a perfect lead in. Thank you, Kelly, to our next segment. Thank you, Kelly. We'll talk to you in a week, my man.
Good to see you guys. Thank you.
All right. You take care. That's Kelly Brothers. And that's a perfect lead into our next segment. The Yankees are coming. The Yankees are coming. The Yankees are coming. And Aaron Judge is skipping rocks on the banks of the Sacramento as we speak, maybe. I don't know. We'll talk about that, what it means for the A's in the community next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out collection letters, garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it even harder to get out of debt. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in taxpayer assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Let them fight on your behalf, helping to put your tax problems to rest. Call the tax professionals at Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Disturbed. Live. Oh, get up, come on, get down with the 25th anniversary of the 5-time platinum album, The Sickness. 2 sets, 1 show, The Sickness in its entirety, and greatest hits with special guests, Daughtry, and nothing more. Friday, May 9th, Golden One Center. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Disturbed. Live.
The hot weather is coming. Is your HVAC system ready for it? Let Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating make sure it is. Get to Lee'sAirPlumbingandHeating.com. Check out their $99 HVAC tune-up special. And let me tell you why Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating is the way to go. They took care of me when our heater collapsed over the winter, and Lee's set us up with a great new HVAC system that is providing comfort, value, and quality. Let Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating take care of you. License number 635355.
Have you ever dreamed of shopping for the perfect jewelry from home?
Well, now it's possible, and you can even build your credit. PrestigiOJewelers.com now offers online shopping, making us the premium credit jeweler nationwide. With an exceptional selection of fine jewelry from engagement rings and gold chains to sparkling diamond earrings and much more. With over 30 years of experience, Prestigio guarantees you'll find exactly what you're looking for. It's fast and easy. Once approved, you'll receive a guaranteed credit line from $400 to $10,000. All you need is to be 18 years or older, have a valid form of ID, be employed for a minimum of 6 months, and a bank account for automatic payments. PrestigiOJewelers.com is the perfect way to establish or reestablish your credit with interest rates at only 2.25% per month. We are here to help you with monthly reporting to all major credit bureaus. The perfect jewelry, the perfect price, helping you build perfect credit. Visit us online at PrestigiOJewelers.com or at one of our locations in Sacramento, Stockton, Merced, and Fresno. Enter code SACTOWNSPORTS at checkout to save 10%.
The best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
All right, we get to the Yankees and A's. Also, don't forget Crumble Cookie 12-pack, just in time for Mother's Day. Coming up in the next hour. You may be following, you may not, but the Papal Conclave is continuing as we speak, I believe. They may have just wrapped up. I believe there were 3 votes already. Black smoke for all 3, so they have not found a pope yet. And I was looking at, like, could this go on forever?
I was looking at odds.
No, I don't want to joke about that. Yeah. But, could it go on infinite, how long could they go? So I was actually, during the break, looking up some rules that they have. So if no pope is decided after 4 sessions, this is interesting. Each cardinal alternates possession from the 25-yard line. After 2 more sessions, they then have to go to 2-point conversions. So
college rules,
right? College rules, and it's the papal college rules. And it's really interesting because they say day 2 you can get a lot. That's where you find value. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of quality popes still there. It's a change, though, because what it used to be is they would have 2 sessions alternating after 5 votes of what they call the golden pope. And then after that, they go to penalty kicks. So we will see. And as always, if a new pope is chosen and we see the white smoke from the thing, we will bring you that live. As it happens, breaking news, breaking pope news.
That's where Frankie is.
That Frankie's there right now?
Yeah.
I always do wonder, and then you got to choose the name. I actually am kind of into that whole thing, like all the processes and all that. I don't have a dog in the fight, but I'm very kids. I love history. And so I feel like every potential pope knows they're a potential pope in there. Like, if you're a candidate, you're getting votes. You're getting honorable mentions in the conclave. So you got to think they already have their name.
Yeah, what they've decided on.
Like, if you were a potential pope, you're thumbing through the leaflet.
Yeah.
You're going through, am I going to be a Pius? Am I going to be a John, a Paul, whatever it may be? Do I want
a Ringo?
Do I want to be a 3rd, a 4th? Do I want to be the 1st? A lot of pressure.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure. Speaking of that, the sports pope, as they call him, Mike Francesa, is a big New York guy. He'll be watching those Yankees tonight versus the A's. You see, I tried to do, or tomorrow, excuse me. This is what John Fisher spoke about. This is what a lot of fans, to be honest, spoke about, Jason. You are a lifelong Yankee fan. Yeah. You have family that played for the Yankees. Mm-hmm. To see the Yankees play a real-life Major League Baseball game in Sacramento, it's got to be pretty cool.
It is cool. I mean, I think even like a few years back when the Giants first did that, where they played at Rayleigh Field in not even a spring training game, but just like an exhibition game against the River Cats. That was just really cool to see the Giants fans get to see their team here in this community, in a stadium right here. Now, they may have been to Giants games at any park around America, but and then the other part that's going to be a little bit probably staggering, but very predictable, is just how many Yankee fans will be there tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
And this weekend. I mean, it's Mother's Day on Sunday.
Oh my goodness.
But just be ready for that, because there's already been kind of staggering amount of fans from other teams. Even Seattle had a good amount of fans there over the last couple of days. But I mean, the Yankees have been, if it's Yankees, it was Dodgers. When the Giants are here on 4th of July.
Oh, that's going to be that one. I actually think that's interesting. Are there going to be more Yankee jerseys or Giants jerseys? I want to say Giants, but
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
And then the A's got a young, fun team.
Yeah,
they're good.
Absolutely.
They get some bullpen.
I hope you know what? This is rivalry weekend. I hope they beat the hell out of your Yankees. Let's go on not Sacramento A's, but kind of Sacramento
A's. Athletics.
Yeah. Also, by the way, props to Major League Baseball, just to bring it all together as we take a break here. Say what you want about Rob Manfred, but the scheduling has been on point. Due to everything we just talked about, the Cardinals are actually off today. They're going to be focusing on everything. They opened a weekend series with the Nationals tomorrow. So you basically have a day to get it done, Cardinals.
Yes, exactly.
Put it right. Put out your Pope wanted sign or whatever. Figure it out. We'll take a break when we come back. Let's see. Let's start the second half of the program, shall we?
We shall.
And Jason, you tease the next segment because you came up with this segment, and I find it a mighty interesting segment indeed.
All right. Well, we've been talking about whether it's the Celtics or the Knicks or the Pacers or the Warriors or Timberwolves, whoever your team of choice that's left. We were here just 2 years ago. The Kings were in this playoffs and thriving with the coach of the year, executive of the year, and all NBA players, all stars, Keegan as a rookie. So it's only 2 years. Let's do a little, what is it, Thursday morning quarterback?
Yeah.
Not a post-mortem, but how did we get here?
If you had a time machine.
Yeah, what could we do to switch it?
What would you do differently? Oh, this will be interesting. Feel free to chat on that in the YouTube chat. 916-339-1140 is the text line. 1-800-912-1140 is the phone line. We're right back after this.
The Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, UC Davis, and Sac State with the Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit sacktownsports.com to join.
Your mom is the best gift giver in your life. She always gives most thoughtful, meaningful gifts. And that wrapping, that ribbon curling, top notch, right? So give the moms in your life an Aura digital picture frame preloaded with decades of family photos. Aura Frames was named the best digital photo frame by Wirecutter, and it's easy to see why. There is unlimited storage, so you can add as many photos, videos, and funny memes as you can find. And it is so simple to set up. Just plug it in and share away. She will feel so close to you, and you'll cement your place as the best gift giver in the family. Win-win. Dudes, I'm telling you, the technology on this product is incredible. Mom will love it. Aura's got a great deal for Mother's Day, too. For a limited time, listeners can save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off plus free shipping on their best-selling Carver mat frame. That's AURAFrames.com. Promo code ROAM. Support the station by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions do apply.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Fidium Fiber.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA3 Weather Center. For your Thursday, it's nice and cool. Comfortable morning start out there. As we get into the afternoon, expect to have mainly sunny skies, light southwest winds. Temperatures today much warmer. Highs in the upper 80s to lower 90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
It's about time they
fixed that pothole.
Invented better windshield wipers.
Made an internet that just works. Fidium Fiber Internet, starting at only $30 a month. It feels like Fidium. Offer available to residential customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See Fidium.com for details.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event. Up to 50% off, plus free home delivery. Limited time. Exclusively to Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Alan Stiles here with your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by Downtown LA Law Group. Right-handed pitcher JT Ginn, out with that right elbow information, started a throwing program last week, and his expected return is TBD. Zach Geloff, still out with that fractured right hand, began a rehab assignment with AAA Las Vegas last week, leading off at designated hitter and going 0 for 2 with the walk. His expected return is early May. This injury report was brought to you by Downtown LA Law Group. Hey, I'm Alan Stiles. Have an injury? Call Downtown. Downtown LA Law Group, an injury law firm, has many happy clients in Sacramento and the surrounding areas who have called Downtown. Get paid for your injuries from slip and falls or auto accidents. One of their most recent settlements was $1.5 million for a motorcycle accident. Have you had an auto accident? Call Downtown. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222 and visit them at calldowntown.com.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Well, you know, as we watch the ballad of the Knicks, the Thunder
Knicks,
the Celtics, it wasn't that long ago, Jason Ross. It was not that long ago.
We were once the darlings.
We were once the darlings and experiencing things like this. Like this.
Game. Inbounds pass to Curry. He turns. He wheels. He fires. He misses. Barnes with a rebound. And Sacramento has won game number 1. After 17 years without a playoff experience, they have risen to the occasion. They were down by 10, not once, but twice in the third quarter, and they battled their way back. They took a 1-point lead into the fourth. They opened up a 6-point advantage at 122 to 116. They hung on as the Warriors fought their way back, and Sacramento gets the victory. The final score is 126 to 123. And let me tell you, if you can't sense it, if you can't feel it through the radio, this place is absolutely nuts.
Guys, I've heard that call 50 times.
Goosebumps.
Absolute goosebumps.
As good as the team was, the moment was. G-Man just so good, so stinking good.
G-Man, it's like they go to Jalen Brunson in the clutch. He's a suit.
Yeah,
G-Man's the clutch broadcaster of the year.
I mean,
every year.
He's always been so good. I just think in those moments, it's like when the moment is big, he's just even better. I just love it. Love it.
How about a moment like this?
The Kings will go the length of the floor. 12.8 to go. Inbounds to Fox. He races away from Payton. Now he's challenged. He finds Sabonis. Put the frosting on the cake. Put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a two-hand flush makes it 114-106. Desperation 3 missed by the Warriors, and the horn sounds to end this second game of this 7-game series, and the Kings take a 2-0 advantage by a final score of 114 to 106. So many things look to be working against the Kings, but they were able to come back after the score was tied twice in the fourth quarter. Opened up a 4-point lead with 4.5 minutes to go. They end up winning it by 8.
Let me give you one more, and then we'll get into this. How about a dagger from Malik?
Kings inbound to Fox. Monk there to try to set a screen. Monk pops out, takes the feed. Monk in attack mode, drives inside, right to the rim. Well, that's the dagger right there. I think the Warriors fans sense that with that breakdown, the Warriors look like a defeated ball club. 28 points for Malik Monk off the bench. It is now a 19-point separation with 3:45 to go.
Kings would go on, obviously, to win Game 6, force a Game 7.
Yeah, so those are the 3 wins right there.
Those are the 3 wins.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, so at that's 2 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
You then find out you have Coach of the Year.
Yep.
Executive of the Year. Clutch Player of the Year. Both Fox and Sabonis have made the All-Star team.
Mm-hmm.
Keegan was in his rookie year looking like a really promising future prospect. And Herter was in the All-Star game, three-point shootout. Man, that's only 2 years ago.
That was only 2 years ago. Even last year, they didn't reach the same heights, obviously, but we had this moment.
Here's a Warriors 3, no good. Rebounded by Kessler Edwards, and that will do it. You hear the thunderous light the beam chant in the background. The final 4 seconds tick away. Davion walks it into the front court. The horn sounds, and the Sacramento Kings have won in a live or die last game scenario. Win or go home, and the Kings managed to win. Steve Kerr, Mike Brown embrace at center court. And you wonder about the Steve Kerr dynasty and all the success of the Warriors.
We wondered the same thing, G-Man.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, including myself, said, we might have we lost to the Warriors the year before in the first round, but we said goodnight. We night-nighted their dynasty. But Steph had more in him. Draymond had more in him. They traded Clay away after that 0 for 10, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
They bring in Jimmy Butler. They make some maneuverations and some adjustments, and here they are, down to the final 8 in the NBA with a 1-0 series lead on the road. So for the Kings, Jason, your question, which is well taken, is what the hell happened?
Yeah, kind of what do you think now that we've, it's not the next day. It's not there's been some time since here. So if you look back on that day from this time 2 years ago where, you ultimately you lost to the Warriors, but it also felt like that hurt. We knew how great the year was. The future still looked really good.
Yes.
Right now, I don't feel like the future looks anywhere like it did 2 years ago.
No.
So what do you think, if you could time machine it back, was the biggest misstep, like back then, 2 years ago? If there's a misstep.
I think it's tough to isolate one in a move. I would say the biggest misstep was the move they didn't make.
That's it, I think, right? That's an off season where, and understandably maybe running it back because of all the quote unquote success, but maybe that was the time to pounce on something even more aggressive.
I think you could understand we're the 3 seed. This was our first full year together with this core. Why would we possibly executive of the year, coach of the year? Why would we want to mess with this success? And at the time, it seemed incredibly logical. Look, build around the periphery.
Mm-hmm.
But you've got your still young point guard in De'Aaron Fox. You have your 6th man of the year candidate, Malik Monk. You've got your all-world center in Domantas Sabonis, and you have your up-and-coming rookie in Keegan Murray. So is Kevin Herr going to work at the 2? What are you going to do there? And do you need a 4? And back then, I don't think it's a Thursday morning quarterbacking to say that the large majority of the fan base, including us, thought you got to you've either got to get a 3 and move Keegan to the 4, you got to get a 4 and move Keegan to the 3, keep Keegan at the 3. You have to get a 4. They flirted with Pascal Siakam. They flirted a lot less with OG Anunoby and a couple others, and it did not come to fruition. And I think ultimately that's what started the downslide.
Yeah, I think it was fair too. Like, even as good as the season was, and I think part of it, we all recite the fact that they were a 3 seed. I just think the way the year worked out, I don't even remember what 48 wins would have been this year, but it wouldn't have been the 3 seed. So the year kind of played differently. OKC ran away with a number this year that just people weren't going to catch.
Right.
But even being the 3 seed, I think they had 1 or 2 more wins than the Warriors, who were 6. So it was really close.
Yeah.
And I remember that trade deadline of that year, the Kings didn't do a lot there, but other teams did. That's when, Durant went to Phoenix and Kyrie went to Dallas. And there was a lot of fear that those teams are going to pass the Kings. And they didn't.
Right.
But they had already made the big moves.
Yeah.
And I think to get to that offseason where we had questions a little bit about Herter, though we had a really good year, we had questions about Barnes and the fit was good. But I think that's maybe in hindsight, 100% hindsight now, of could they have been more aggressive with either, like you said, with kind of situating Keegan in the right spot, but that might have been by dealing Herter or Barnes and then seeing what that could have turned into.
You had potential packages you could put together, even with the Herter pick encumbered, where you had multiple first-round draft picks. It's not like they did not have any ammo. They weren't cap killed, if you will. There were some ways they could have done some things. And as we'll also get into a little further in the next segment as far as how far away they are, but ultimately it hurts even more when you look at the Sasha Vezenkov debacle, basically giving Toronto Davion Mitchell for free to get rid of Vezenkov and his $8 million contract. You repeatedly, whether it was drafting Davion instead of Alperen Şengün, whether it was drafting, and the jury is obviously still out, but you had Devin Carter, and you're creating, they were going back to really what Monty inherited. When Monty inherited this job, they were backcourt heavy, or after Tyrese Halliburton, really, and they had to balance the team, which they did with Sabonis. But then he started to fall in love again with these backcourt guys, and you went into this last season. And this is 100% not Thursday morning quarterbacking, because we not only screamed it in the offseason, we said it directly to Monty's face at media day. What the hell are you doing at the 4? You've got what, McDaniels or whoever that was?
Lasted for a minute.
Right. They had nothing. They had no game plan.
Yeah. And they went for it with what? Crowder and McDermott in season.
And it was so bad that they signed 51-year-old Jay Crowder off his couch, and he started the next game.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was. So do I think not everything was as Monty's fault as we think? Do I think there was meddling? Do I think there's other things? Yes, of course. But that's where I would hold that front office's feet completely to the fire. Guys, I don't know if you crossed your fingers, you said a prayer, you and did some, recited some spell. You hoped. And the problem is I was really disappointed for how smart that front office was and how smart their basketball minds are, and how, with all the access to information they had, how the hell could you go into this season with that gaping hole at the 4 and think that was going to work?
Yeah.
And that began the slide of Mike Brown, the quitting of the team, the disconnect between Brown and Sabonis that everybody thought was Brown and Fox, the disconnect between Fox and the front office and the roster, and Fox eventually wanting out and trading him for some Magic Beans and Zach LaVine and every place where we're at right now. So that's how we got here. How close are we to getting out of here? That's what we'll discuss next. 1-800-920-1140 if you want to weigh in. 916-339-1140. How far away are the Kings from getting back into the playoffs? That's obviously subjective, but we'll give our opinions and take yours next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Great conditions, a fun layout, and unbeatable value. Timber Creek and Sierra Pines are Sacramento's #1 rated golf destination. With 27 holes, a spacious practice facility, and professional instruction, there's always a way to improve your game. Planning a tournament or corporate event, they offer customizable packages and award-winning catering to make your event effortless. Timber Creek is easy to find in Roseville, but hard to forget. Book your round today at timbercreekgc.com or call 916-774-3851.
Sacramento's premier music festival, Country in the Park, is only a few weeks away with Bailey Zimmerman.
All the way.
Plus, Billy Harrington, Nate Smith, Ernest, and more. Friday and Saturday, May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo. Don't miss pop-up stores, food trucks, line dancing, and more. Country in the Park, celebrating 25 years, May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Goldfield Trading Post, Java City, and Elemental Wine. Get tickets and more at CITPFest.com.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Text line at 916-339-1140 wants to discuss if tacos are an acceptable breakfast option, specifically carnitas chicken or carne asada. I mean, if they're fresh, I think they are.
I've kind of moved into I don't even care what time of day it is.
Yeah, right? It's always a good time for a taco.
It's like, you want a hamburger? Eat it in the morning.
That's fine.
Whatever.
Although I'm not a big breakfast for dinner guy. I know a lot of people are. I'm not.
That.
But honestly.
Why? Why? Man, tell me why.
I don't know. I mean, biscuits and gravy, that'd be fine.
I guess that feels. I just think like a couple eggs.
Yeah, I'm just weird with eggs.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Let's go to Ashley. Ashley, welcome into the program. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I just wanted
Ashley,
to
hold on a second. Hold on real quick. I'm sorry. How are you, Jason?
I'm good, too.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Chris, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay. Ashley, go ahead. I just want to make sure everything was okay.
Of course,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
So as far as what I wanted to talk about, I just wanted to talk real quick on Monty. And as much as I love the dude, and he's probably a good dude, I've never met him, but like my issue with Monty always was that, like, I'm pretty sure if he was drafting in the LeBron James draft, he would take, Tyrese Halliburton if Tyrese was available before taking LeBron if he was on the clock with the number one pick,
Why, though? I mean, he did take Tyrese Halliburton. I mean, his very first pick is literally probably the greatest value pick in Kings history.
I mean, Tyrese was a good value pick, but what I'm more saying is, like, you could have someone who's LeBron James good as a forward, and he'd pass on that guy for a guard no matter what.
His affinity, you're saying his affinity for the backcourt over the front court when it comes to drafting. I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I look, facts show
right
that is the case. And for a couple years it was he's drafting for BPA, best player available, and not, trying to fill a hole, which I liked.
I personally think you do that though with the draft.
Fill the holes.
No.
Best player available.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you.
So if it's
I agree with you.
Another center that does the exact same thing that Sabonis does,
I agree with you.
Then maybe you have some flexibility. I mean, I think in the draft you have player control. You're looking for talent. I think in free agency and trades is where you fill the void. I didn't have as much of an issue with them drafting guards. I'm not saying I loved it, but if that's who they believed was the best player on the board, that's who you take. But, because in the end, the Fox Halliburton's a good one. Fox was the best player, and they took Halliburton. It didn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people, but it's a debate. Who's better? It doesn't even matter in the point. But the fact that you then drafted someone that was as good or better in some people's mind than Fox, you drafted well.
Yeah.
Now the problem is they don't have either one on there. That's the issue.
Well, and then if you want to look at the draft a little bit differently, okay, so they drafted Domantas Sabonis in that draft.
Technically.
Right. I'm just saying, like, either way.
You want things that if you don't, they always want them, but if they're not useful to you, that you can turn them into uses for someone else.
That's
and so
exactly right.
Those were successful drafts.
I think the only exceptions are if you are a perennial championship contender, if you're filled out at all positions. Now, look, if there's an obvious one on the board that you're like, wow, this guy could be an all-star, of course. But I think the better you are, the more contending you are, the more I can kind of accept, like, well, that we might have this guy rated a little bit more, but he's playing behind three guys, whereas this guy, we really need somebody at this position to back up. But now the Kings are sitting here with Scott Perry, Doug Christie, Mike Woodson, BJ Armstrong, probably Bobby Jackson, although not done yet. And your question is how far are the Kings from being back in the playoffs? And I think there's a very important, at least for the way I think, there's a very important line of demarcation here. How far are they from being back in the playoffs versus how far are they from building towards and or contending for a title.
Oh, okay, yeah, those are two completely
I think they're completely different things. Jason, I don't think
because they were 2 wins from being in the playoffs this year. Now they would have got OKC, and we all think it would have been
still the playoffs,
but quick work, right?
Yes,
likely by the Thunder, but nowhere closer to a tie. I mean, I think that if they had done that and lost as an 8 seed, I feel like they're as close to a title with that team as they are where they are now.
Yeah,
because they're not that close.
I agree with you. And Alan Stiles put out he was having some fun yesterday. I loved it. He asked the question that should not be asked, which is, hey, would you take James Harden on this team? And thank God the majority of Kings fans said no, thank you. And Alan's point, which is a very salient point, James Harden goes to the playoffs every year.
Mm-hmm.
He's not in the city, so you can really say what you want to feel.
Alan's a piece of garbage. So Alan's point, which is well taken, I totally get it, and I don't want to. He already deals with so much of this crap. I don't want to feed into it. But I think in reality, Alan's point, which is incredibly helpful on this station. All right, I'm going to compliment him, though it sounds like I'm insulting him.
It's a compliment sandwich. You compliment him, then say what you want to say, then compliment him again.
I think Alan Stiles and Kyle Draper are important for this station because they both give you a pseudo outsider perspective. Now, Kyle has obviously embedded himself in the city. He is all in on the Kings. I'm not speaking to that. I'm saying Kyle is not, he's still a new Sacramentan. Mm-hmm. Alan is a new Sacramentan. Right. They have not gone through the decades of that. And I think it's important because they provide a more broad outside, haven't been beaten down all these decades viewpoint, whereas you, me, Whitey, we're all grizzled veterans of this whole thing. And so that being said, I think Alan's main point was, guys, you've been to the playoffs once in 700 years.
Go get a winner.
Go get somebody who will get you there. Where in the world are Kings fans coming off saying, I don't want the guy that goes to the playoffs every year. I'd rather have this mediocrity. And I would say, Alan, here's my point. The first round didn't really do anything. I'm glad we made the first round. I'm glad we got and yes, making the first round of the playoffs is better than not making the playoffs at all.
Sure.
I want a team that is doing one of two things. They are either building towards being a championship contender or they are a championship contender. And really, it's just degrees of failure beneath that. So to answer your question, Jason, in my typical long-winded way, I don't think the Kings are far away from being in the playoffs. I think the Kings could very well make the playoffs this year. I think they are miles away. Miles. I think they are a continent away from being either building towards a championship contender or being a championship contender.
Yeah, I think that's why the confusion of, wow, how did the Kings beat the Cavs twice? And they win in Boston. And if they're competitive against, those are completely different things. People are watching the playoffs. You see how these series go and the breakdowns and the things that these teams have that the Kings just don't. And so, I agree. I think in the West, they were 2 wins away this year from being a playoff.
That's
team,
right.
But they weren't a threat. They were not a threat. And so I think 2 years ago, they were in a better position to have the look of a team that could be a championship caliber. They had more things to do then.
Yeah.
They have even more to do now to be a championship caliber.
And not everybody has to think the way I think. I'm very fine with that. We got our guy Tom on the chat right now is saying, hey, first round's a great goal to build upon. What's going on?
That could be step one.
Build upon. I have no interest. I really don't. I have no interest in first round outs unless it's like it was a couple years ago where, okay, they lost in 7 to Golden State, but there's something here.
Right.
That feels good. If we run most of it back this year and we've got this, overpriced roster of mishmash, whatever, and we win 43 games and we get into the first round and we're one and done against the 1 or 2 seed. And, maybe we got in through the play-in or we clinched, we even got the 6 seed and then we lose to the 3 seed and that's it. And we're running back. All that's doing to me is you're wasting time.
Yeah.
We're in purgatory.
Right.
I don't care about that.
And I think a lot of it, to me, the perception on all of that is age.
Yes.
So my point would be, let's look at 2 teams that got eliminated this year. The Clippers, who are really good, who I would say are better than Detroit, I think. But Detroit should feel good about what they have.
I'd rather be Detroit than the Clippers.
Yeah, the Clippers are better to me.
Yes.
And probably closer to being a champion.
Yes.
But it's another year. They're out in the first round. They might run it back. They've got a lot of big contracts and older players. In fact, the oldest roster in the league. They might win one next year. But Detroit just feels like it's the start. And this is where the Kings were. So it's a cautionary tale even to Detroit. Look, I would love to be the Pistons right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean next year they're going to be a 4 seed or a 3 seed or the 1. Maybe they go backward. They still have to do things right.
That's
I like
right.
where they are.
That's right.
But you have to do them right. And I think the Kings missed out on a couple of opportunities here in the last couple of years.
Yeah, they completely blew their chance to rebuild with De'Aaron Fox.
Well, that part
and
too.
making that trade.
But even before any of that,
it's almost like you couldn't have made a backroom bet with the decision makers after that highlight we played earlier of the Kings walking off the floor, winning Game 6 in Golden State in San Francisco. If you'd have made a backroom bet like, hey, how long would it take you to completely crap the bed and ruin this team's future? Like, you almost couldn't have done things better.
Yeah, because when they lose Game 7 the way they did, it was painful. It was 50 by Curry. It's like, oh, man. But there was still an element of like, what a year. I like where this is going.
Yes.
That was still like,
That's
no
right.
one was celebrating, but it was like, well, that stinks versus last year when you and I were in New Orleans when they lost. It's like, man, I don't know where they were going anyway, but like, I don't know where we're going now.
I know, and it proved to be very much not going the right way. And to put a cap on the whole thing, just to crystallize how binary I am, I'll tell you this right now. I would say I'm looking right now at about, when you look at record and success, I'm looking at about 23 teams that have better records than the San Antonio Spurs this last year. 23.
That should be a different number next year.
There's one team in the NBA I'd rather be than the San Antonio Spurs right now, and that's Oklahoma City.
Ooh, I think I'd pick more. But your point is it's not 23.
It ain't 23.
Yeah.
Now, I can understand arguments for the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand arguments for, I don't know.
I'd still be the Celtics. That's a good team. The Knicks. I mean,
if I were to ask you who's going to win more games over the next 8 years, the Spurs or the Celtics, would you say the Celtics?
I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm with you. Then I would take the Celtics if I think differently. I think the Spurs over the next 8 years will win more games and have more championships than the Boston Celtics. That's
track.
That's a belief. Yeah, let's go streaking right now. We'll start that.
Put that on the t-shirt.
But that's where it lies for me. If you're not building towards a championship, if you're not contending for a championship, it's worthless.
Right.
The season is a waste of time. It's worthless. I have no interest in it. And unfortunately, that's, in my opinion, where we're at going into next season as we stand today.
Fun.
Yeah, we'll take a break. When we come back, speaking of your Celtics, another meltdown.
Yeah.
San Antonio didn't melt down
Not at all.
yesterday.
They were fine.
But Boston did. We'll talk about it next.
Malik Monk plays here.
Started left, goes right, steps back, launches the 3. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
You heard the news. Newsmax just went public on the New York Stock Exchange and listed on the big board. Millions of Americans like you are joining our news revolution. Reuters Institute says Newsmax is one of the top 12 news brands in America. Even President Trump says it's terrific. 40 million Americans go to Newsmax, and its audience grew 50% since the same time last year. Millions really are making the switch to Newsmax. If you want to be a Newsmax share owner, call your advisor or get more info at newsmaxinvest.com. Stand with Newsmax today for a strong America. This communication is for informational purposes only and shall not be intended to or shall not constitute any offer to buy or sell securities, nor shall there be any sale of securities in any jurisdiction in which such offer, solicitation, or sale would be unlawful.
Whitey here with another great grilling tip. The Napoleon Stainless Steel Prestige 500 Connected Propane Grill with infrared side and rear burner featuring Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity brings you closer to your grilling experience than ever before. The Napoleon Connected lets you monitor temperatures, set timers, and receive high temp warnings. Boop, boop. All from your smartphone with temperature probes, and LCD display, you'll always know exactly what's happening inside your grill. Napoleon's LED control knobs even illuminate for nighttime entertaining and feature safety glow. Napoleon grills, simply the best.
Switch to Comcast Business Mobile and save hundreds a year on your wireless bill. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Comcast Business Internet required. Compares 2 unlimited intro lines and lowest price 5G plans of top 3 carriers. Taxes and fees extra. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabytes of usage. Data thresholds may vary.
The IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship is back for another thrilling season at Monterey's iconic WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca, May 9th through the 11th. Only in Monterey can you experience a high-octane mix of international drivers, cutting-edge prototypes, and GT sports cars racing wheel to wheel. There'll be gourmet food, wine, craft beers, family entertainment, and exclusive fan engagement with the drivers in the open race paddock. Buy your tickets now and experience world-class motorsports. Visit WeatherTechRaceway.com.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
I don't know if this is a bit or not, Jason.
I love it, though.
You were just saying, but God dang, I love it. Here's Paul Pierce on his Instagram just now. Turn that up for me, would you, Chris? Here's Paul Pierce. And when I say here's Paul Pierce, I should unmute my tab. Last time, here's Paul Pierce. Oh, I unmuted there, buddy. What am I doing here? Is that you?
I'm really walking.
Here, I'm going to go back and play it now. Oh, it's because he was silent for the first part of this. Okay.
I'm really walking up here like this. Now I can't believe it. I got a long walk to go.
Okay.
He's in the robe.
He's in a robe. Now, don't know if I'll tell you where I'll give him some grace. If you missed it, Paul Pierce yesterday said that he was guaranteeing the Celtics would win. And if they didn't win, he would, in fact, walk to work barefoot.
In a robe.
In a robe. I'll give him grace on the bare feet.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to walk barefoot.
Maybe slippers. I don't know.
I'd even give him comfortable shoes. That's fine. It's
That's
20
fine.
miles is what it read, right?
But man, see, here's what, and I would highly doubt he's walking the 20 miles. But here's what he should have done. You get into gear last night after the Celtics lose. You throw out a GoFundMe. You pick a charity everybody loves. You do like the kids do with the walkathon, where people donate for every mile. You match it.
Right.
So you raise $100K, you match it with $100K. That's Paul Pierce is walking. Now, next thing you know, it's like Rocky. He's got half of LA behind him, walking with him. It's a whole thing. You got cameras live on all the morning shows that are showing Paul Pierce and talking to him as he finishes the 20-mile walk. You raise a butt ton of money for charity. He gets it. That's how you pull off a stunt like that.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's more than just a bit. But it wasn't a bit last night with the Celtics, Jason Ross. Woo,
Man,
buddy.
Unbelievable for it to happen a second time to this team. Champs.
And we tried to figure it out earlier. I still haven't figured it out. I don't know what the HE double hockey sticks was going on towards the end of the game. But as we said earlier, the stat that really blows my mind, the Celtics have led for 81 minutes and 4 seconds of this series. The next 12 minutes and 15 seconds, the Knicks are up 2-0. And you said it before, credit to the Knicks. Full credit to the Knicks. But this seems like it's more the Celtics falling apart.
Yeah, and I also, want to go back even to like a year ago. Let's look at the Knicks, who had a really good team, but got to this round as well. But I think everything they have done, which is smart,
Yeah.
is to say, look, we've got to be as prepared as possible to go through Boston. So they added Bridges, which is another defender. Last year, they added OG. So they have two really good perimeter defenders to go against guys like Brown and Tatum. They've got their star in Brunson. Oh, Porzingis, like what? Horford. Oh, let's get Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
I mean, just every kind of roster move was, to me, hey, we're going to have a few years here, and Boston's going to have a few more years here.
Right.
This is the team we need to battle, and they're at least equipped to it. And now they get to go home to, it's already a great place to play, but I can't even imagine what New York's going to be like for these couple games 3 and 4.
I wonder if they have the lines out yet, because I am really honestly curious.
I thought you were going to look at ticket prices.
Oh God, ticket prices. By the
Crazy.
way, Chris, I was going to ask this earlier. I missed it. Would you mind doing whatever it is you do to find out what a pair of decent seats to A's Yankees tomorrow is going for right now? I am curious as to where those are. Games.
Last time I checked, it was like 110 in the lawn.
110 in the lawn.
Yeah.
Because normally aren't those 10?
Yeah.
15?
Wow. Guys, game 3, early line. Boston down 0-2 at the Knicks. Who is favored by how much?
I'm going to go Boston 2.5.
Celtics 4.5.
Christopher Laud is correct. The Celtics are favored by 5.
Wow.
As of right now.
And didn't we say it was 10 yesterday or something like that?
It was 9.5. Both games, both Oklahoma City and Boston in game 1 were each favored by 9.5. And then I believe yesterday they were both favored by 10.5.
Right.
So it looks like Yankee.
By the way, Thunder covered. Yeah. What?
Looks like Yankee tickets have come down at least Friday night.
Interesting.
$100 gets you behind home plate.
Oh, that's way better.
Row 22.
That's pretty decent.
$96 gets you a seat.
Wait, what? $96 gets you a seat where?
On the right field line.
But $100 gets you behind the plate?
In that section.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going with home.
You pay $4 more.
That's what I'm saying. That's not where you want to budget.
Right.
Spend the extra, get off your wallet.
Yeah.
Spend the extra $4. Interesting. I was thinking about maybe going Friday night, but I can't. I have another commitment. I'll be hosting the Sacktown Sports luxury box at Golden One Center.
For
Disturbed.
Is a certain someone going with you?
I think so. Well, when you say going with me, we're not driving there. I am told that may happen. I have had no contact.
How did you get involved? Not in that.
Well, I wanted to go.
Oh,
I want to go. No,
okay,
I want to go.
gotcha.
I'm taking my kids and
gotcha.
Yeah,
the whole group and your wife.
Yeah, wife can't. She's coaching basketball, so we're taking our two friends we always travel with and their son. And
they can have my ticket.
And Avery and Mason. They're
So
Avery's
you have majority of the suite.
Yeah, there's like no one in there practically. So I'll be hosting. I don't know whoever's there. I'll be, hey, here's my family. Here, want some popcorn?
I can't hear you.
Can't hear you. And the funny thing is my daughter's going because she likes their song, "The Sounds of Silence."
Famous.
And I'm
famously known.
I'm very much hoping she doesn't do any more research on Disturbed.
That sounds like something she was told by somebody.
Maybe a certain college.
Just saying. Can you imagine thinking Sounds of Silence? Oh, well, it's a really good band. They've got these great songs. It's
pleasant.
It's a nice ballad. I wonder what else they have. And then you just go and fireworks. And
have you made a mistake like that before?
I don't think I would go into a concert not knowing who I'm going to see.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like the closest anything I've ever heard is that my brother and his wife went to go see this band they like called Hollywood Undead.
Mm-hmm.
And they were the opening act. and they watched Hollywood Undead, and then they went home because they didn't know who the other two acts were. And the other two acts were Evanescence and Muse. I still haven't forgiven him. Like, you just left possibly the best touring rock band going right now in Muse to watch Hollywood. No offense to Hollywood Undead or whatever.
I love that you said, what is a better concert than Paul McCartney? And I said the Muse, and you were so upset that you couldn't argue back.
It's subjective. It's subjective.
I'm not a big Muse fan, but it is one of the best shows I've ever seen.
It truly is.
But my uncle has a great one of getting tickets to go see Al Green, like going and like tailgating before the show and stuff, not realizing that it was Al Green preaching.
Different show.
Okay. All right. I get it now. Okay. This doesn't count, but it kind of counts. Back in 98, I went to go see Phil Collins at Shoreline. And a buddy of mine got tickets, and we were on in the lawn, and we brought like one of them. It's actually a blanket I got in Mexico. You know the ones I'm talking about, like the thick woven ones? Yes. Okay. Got a blanket out there, and so we're watching Phil Collins, and slowly but surely we realized that he and I really fit in with the crowd on the lawn, and I didn't expect that, but we were approached more than a few times for perhaps hanging out with new friends after the show. And at first we just thought it was a really friendly concert. You know, Phil was great. That's where I literally ran into Robin Williams walking around. Into Robin Williams.
Whoa, you're going to see Phil Collins? Crazy. Crazy group of people around here, right?
We're sitting on our blanket. We're just two guys having a good time in our 20s.
Two guys in a blanket.
Yeah, two guys in a blanket. It's a beautiful afternoon, a beautiful evening. He's singing, you know, all his Phil Collins ballads and stuff. And people they were so friendly. And people kept, hey, you guys, they struck up a conversation. Hey, what are you doing afterwards? And then about an hour in, not there's anything wrong with that. Being a Phil Collins fan, I mean, just didn't realize it for a while, and then realized it. And I think, did Hootie the Blowfish open for him? I think I don't know what the hell that was. We'll take a break. When we come back, who's hot, who's not, and let's take it all off and go streaking right after this.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app. Disturbed. Live. Oh, get up, come on, get down with the 25th anniversary of the 5-time platinum album, The Sickness. 2 sets, 1 show, The Sickness in its entirety, and greatest hits with special guests, Daughtry, and nothing more. Friday, May 9th, Golden One Center. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Disturbed. Live.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Get ready for Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade event, May 15th through the 18th. Get the highest value for your RV guaranteed during the biggest RV trade event of the year. Shop the best RV deals in America with new RVs starting as low as $92 a month. Get ready for the holiday weekend with up to 45% off grills and 25% off product installation. Plus, we'll have free hats, free propane refills, free food, and fun for the whole family. Don't miss the incredible Red, White, and New Trade event, May 15th through the 18th at your local Camping World.
See full details and disclaimer.
Sacramento, get ready. The Sacktown Sports Live events calendar is packed with epic shows you won't want to miss. Classic rock bands, America takes the stage at Hard Rock Live Sacramento on May 9th. Then hip-hop legend LL Cool J brings the beats to Thunder Valley on May 10th. The Outlaw Music Festival rolls into Toyota Amphitheater on May 18th. And punk pioneers The Dam hit Ace of Spades on May 31st. June heats up with JJ Gray and Mofro at Ace of Spades on June 10th. Plus, country superstars Lee Brice and Walker Hayes at Ironstone Amphitheater on June 21st. Then it's 3 days of country fun at the Country Summer Music Festival at Sonoma County Fairgrounds on June 27th through the 29th. Get your boots ready for the Folsom Pearl Rodeo July 3rd through 5th. Then catch Cody Johnson at Golden One Center on July 18th and Parker McCollum at Ironstone Amphitheater on August 16th. Mark your calendars, grab your tickets, and don't miss out. Find all the details at sacktownsports.com.
Louis C.K. in an all-new show, Ridiculous 2025 Tour.
When I was younger, you had to go in the bank. Remember that? You had to go inside the bank. Now you look in the bank, you're like, what are those people doing in there? Are they cleaning? The money's out here.
Friday and Saturday, June 13th and 14th, 8 p.m., the venue at Thunder Valley. For tickets, visit thundervalleyresort.com. Louis C.K. live on stage.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who is hot?
These playoffs.
Playoffs?
And it's specifically the Oklahoma City Thunder. There have been 2 games in NBA history, regular or postseason, where a team has won by 40 or more points, made 15 or more threes, shot 90% from the line, had 20 or more stocks, that is.
Steals and blocks.
Had all 5 starters in double figures. Both were by the Oklahoma City Thunder 2025 playoffs.
Wow. Yeah, that was the Thunder. Like, do the Nuggets just is there any thought on the team playing back to Denver? Do they go, you know what? We're good. We're just going to forfeit the series. We don't want to go through this. This is bad.
It should count as 2 wins.
It really should. We made the Thunder angry, and you don't want to see the Thunder angry.
I don't like them when they're angry at all.
Who's not?
The Boston Celtics.
Woof.
In the against the Knicks, so just 2 games, they are 25% from the 3-point line. It's easy to come up with that percentage because they are 25 of 100.
Hey, that's easy math.
From the 3-point line. They have missed 75 3-pointers.
They've done a lot more than that, Chris. And I'm gonna take you to what I think is the story of the day developing in the sports world. I'm gonna play a clip for you here. I am so happy about this. This makes me feel so good. Here is LA native, Hall of Famer, champion, a man who I think it was before he got to the NBA or his rookie year was stabbed in the back, I think 11 times in a bar fight, or a pool hall. A guy who has been a very kind of a lightning rod through the years. Paul Pierce.
He is enjoying his post.
He really is, and I'm here for it. Here he is leaving his house this morning.
All right, time for me to get the stepping. Oh, damn. It's nice and right outside. All right. Man of my word. All right, man. Welcome to this journey. Here I go.
It's dark outside, by the way, or barely light.
Get back with y'all in a minute.
Update.
Man, this really wild, though. I can't believe this. Celtics got me out here like this, dog. I'm really walking out here like this. Man, I can't believe it. I got a long walk to go. So I got to put my shades on. Everybody won't recognize. Man, this is blowing me. This is blowing me, dog. I'm way out here. I'm stepping, though. Here we go, baby. Here we go. All right, man. Every hour, top of the hour, I'll give y'all an update on where I'm at. All right. I'm really outside like this, dog. I can't believe this. Celtics got me, dog. What the? Come on, man. All right, dog. I'm on it. I'll get back to y'all in a minute. I'm low right now. Stop with
So he's already done some update. He did another update. He said he was in Reseda.
Oh wow!
And
hey, that's where Daniel Russo's from.
That's also, wasn't that the whatever you Tom Petty was referring to? Free Fall Reseda.
It's also where PWG was for quite some time.
Oh, PWG.
Paul Winslow George.
Yeah, exactly. Here's why Paul Pierce is walking 8 hours and 47 minutes, according to Google Maps, into work.
How confident are you?
The Celtics tonight. If the Celtics lose game 2 at home, I promise you, I'm walking here tomorrow. I'm walking here.
Why you gotta do that?
Wait a minute. I'm walking here 15 miles. I'm walking here.
I don't know, Keith. This is your friend.
In my robe.
Get your friends.
No shoes on.
Somebody save him.
Bare feet.
No.
If what?
If the Celtics lose tonight.
Oh my God.
Oh, don't do it, Paul. I'm walking.
Paul. Not tonight.
I'm telling you right now.
Take the serious.
No, I'm taking this serious.
Not tonight.
No, wait a minute. No.
He's in his robe.
Yep, and he's walking.
I find it impossible to believe, Jason, that people haven't figured out where he is by now, and he's got to have some people walking with him at some point.
It'll be like the OJ thing. Everybody's got signs.
Everybody's got on the overpass. Yeah. Go, Paul, go.
Oh. It would have been very easy for him to not do any of this.
Very easy.
And he still could. I mean, you think there's anything of like, hey, I got up super. Even if he got up super early, walked out of the house, drove a little bit, got out, walked. That's a commitment to the bit. That's still great.
I'll tell you this on a scale of 1 to 100. 100 is Paul Pierce is my hero, and I will forever have respect for him for paying off the bet. 100. Okay. He's at 100 right now for me, and everything he cut short is going to move that scale. Yeah. So, like, but
it's not going to go all the way low.
No. He's already guaranteed to be above 30.
Oh, wait.
If not, but it like, for example, if he says, guys, I got to call it. I did the best. I got to be on the set. I won't make it in time. So I walked 15 of the 20 miles, whatever it is. Hey, you know what? Commitment to the bit. Now, let me give you a Disney thought here. Here's a Disney thought for you. This is obviously going to get back to the Celtics. And of all the things that are floating around right now, what if they're sitting around and they're going, man, that's one of our OGs. That is, his name's up in the rafters. He won a championship. And this guy had so much confidence in us on national TV. And we let him down. You know what? We can't do it. We got it. He went out. He walked to work because we blew a game. That's just one more piece, and they just he's
walking before we can run.
He is walking so we can run. And at the end, and Paul Pierce makes it to the studios, and he's got 500 Angelinos behind him. All of a sudden, I mean, he's in Lakerland. Walking, who hate the Celtics, but they're behind him. It's bigger than sports. It's bigger than basketball. And the Celtics go on and take game 3 in New York. And now the Knicks are a little bit nervous. It's 2-1. And, oh, my God, all the Celtics got to do is win the next 2. And we got ourselves a new series.
Yeah.
And could Paul Pierce be in part correct? What if we're sitting here, Jason, in a month, little over a month, watching Jason Tatum, your finals MVP, holding the Larry O.B., and he shouts out Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
in the lowest of low times.
And Paul's not even made it to the studio yet.
Hasn't he? He's still going. What is it? You got to walk through fire to get to the marshmallows.
Nailed it.
You got, iron and iron is sharp. Iron and iron makes sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Sharp things.
Sharpies.
Right.
Okay.
Let's go streaking.
Let's do it.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking. And even better, to make this a total storybook ending, it's a 20-mile walk, 8.5, almost 9 hours. Paul Pierce he's a block away from the studios, and he soils himself to bring it full circle. And Keyshawn Johnson brings out the wheelchair. Paul squishes down into the seat, and they roll him into the shower.
Gross.
Hey, that's commitment, baby. You think I know it's for marathoners, but do you think he's doing the thing because it's such a long walk where he puts the Vaseline on his nipples?
No.
Is that not a thing for walking?
I doubt it.
All right, back to you.
Wow, I hated that.
Dave's streak was at 1. I'm at 4. Chris is at 4. As we entered play yesterday, Dave, you and I both allowed TJ McFarland to make our pick.
Yes.
And he said, hey, you just need a hit? Pick Nick Kurtz.
Nick Kurtz.
Now, I had to change mine because I had already selected Nick. So I took Tyler Soderstrom. You took Nick
Kurtz.
He didn't play.
Oh.
So you stay at 1, no ABs, you're good, but just he never played yesterday.
That's fine.
I took Tyler Soderstrom, and right when I got there, first inning, base hit.
Sony Pop.
1 for 4.
Love it.
Yep. And then Chris took baseball's best player, Aaron Judge. He got it 4 times, and he got 0 hits.
Oh, you suck.
Sorry, it's over. It's over now.
It's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so Dave, you're at 1. I'm at 5. Chris is at 0. Now, normally you would pick Nick Kurtz again today, but they don't play, so you can pick someone else.
Okay.
You just can't pick Aaron Judge.
You can pick your friends, and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. You know what? Why don't you give me Mookie Betts?
Mookie Betts.
Yeah, big Dodgers Diamondbacks series.
That's good. That's a good series.
It
I'm going
is.
to take from the Philadelphia Phillies, Trey Turner.
Trey Turner.
I already wrote Chris's in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
From the Boston Red Sox?
Yep. Who?
Jackson Holiday.
Yeah. You made me cross it out.
Okay. We're all set.
From the Orioles, yeah.
I just want to say one thing as we go to break. I was looking to see who was playing today. I looked at ESPN, right? And right on the front page, women's national team soccer star Mallory Swanson expecting first child. This makes me think, like, can you imagine if both sexes could get pregnant? Like, how weird would that be? Like, how much would sports change? Like, imagine we're just chilling here. It's like, ding, 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 bing. Breaking news. Domantas Sabonis pregnant with third child. And now we're like, oh, God, okay, so we're sitting here right now. Well, that's actually pretty good timing. He should be ready. Or what about, like, next year? It's like November, and Keegan Murray expecting his first. And now it's like, oh, God. Like, because I don't even know the rules here. Like, do you still play for a while?
Right.
Do you play till you're showing? Do you stop right there because you could fall on something and it could hurt? I don't even know. My brain cannot wrap its head around how that ESPN is talking about right now. Like, you know, shout out to LeBron. LeBron expecting his 5th, and that's going to cut into how do the Lakers respond to LeBron's pregnancy?
How does this affect his
How does this affect his legacy? Well, it's literally his legacy. He's making more of them.
Male seahorse has the babies.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't wrap my head around it. So congratulations to Mallory. Good for her. And I hope everyone's happy and healthy. We'll take a break. When we come back, Big Time. That was a song by Peter Gabriel. It's also how big the Thunder bounced back yesterday. We'll talk about that, where that series goes next.
Visit SacktownSports.com and join the Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter.
For more than half a century, contractors and trade professionals have relied on WeatherGuard for heavy-duty truck and van storage equipment, not just to protect their tools, but to protect their professional reputations. Whether it's inside or outside of work vehicles, a WeatherGuard badge means pros can trust that their hard-earned name is in good hands. Since 1968 and every day since, WeatherGuard has been protecting anything it takes to build a professional reputation. WeatherGuard, established in 1968, proven every day. WeatherGuard.com.
RV Trade Event of the Year. Shop the best RV deals in America with new RVs starting as low as $92 a month. Get ready for the holiday weekend with up to 45% off grills and 25% off product installation. Plus, we'll have free hats, free propane refills, free food, and fun for the whole family. Don't miss the incredible red, white, and new trade event May 15th through the 18th at your local Camping World.
See full details and disclaimer.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Memorial Day is the unofficial beginning of summer and a time to reflect on the blessings we enjoy living in this country. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. At Naturewood's Memorial Day sale, you choose the offer. It's like two sales in one. Take 10% off regular prices or get 24 months of no-interest financing with payments on approved credit. Then you can choose from living rooms, sofas, sectionals, dining rooms, bedrooms, home offices, and so much more. Whether you're looking to lighten the mood in your living room, brighten up your bedroom, or tighten up your home office, you can shop and save big on the best selection of quality furniture, including Sacramento's largest selection of furniture made in the USA. Shop the area's best selection of quality furniture at Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for that water wheel. Hagen Oaks wants to be your go-to total golf game fitter. Try the TrackMan experience, the very best technology to fit your metalwoods and irons. The new cutting-edge putter fitting studio with its $30,000 worth of technology is ready for your fitting. Hagen Oaks will help you find the best putter for your game. Hagen Oaks offers more technology, more choices, and more service. Schedule your fitting at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio by calling 916-808-2531, 808-2531 for more.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Is Sam
nasty?
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever done this before when it comes to social media. But I'm gonna make a request. Anybody who follows me on Twitter, first off, don't. Secondly,
I follow you.
You shouldn't. At Carmichael Dave. I am here
I
for
commented on something you said yesterday, and I thought it was funny.
You did?
Yeah. You liked it.
I did.
I don't comment a lot on Twitter.
You don't.
You made a joke.
What was it? I don't know.
You comment a lot, huh? So whatever time I happened to look, I saw something you posted about the playoffs.
Yeah.
Being drunk.
Yeah, the playoffs are drunk. They need to get an Uber.
Yeah,
I said that.
That's the one I responded to.
Oh, you did?
Let's see if you can
Let me
find it.
Hold on. I said something about the playoffs are drunk. All right, Alan Styles.
That's a good one, Jason.
James Harden. Mike Woodson's back. His name. Hey, when Wilmer Flores got that first inning hit and he drove in a run, I said his name isn't Wilmer Flores. No.
I'll just show you.
Someone call an Uber. I'm here now. Oh, you said the home teams could use a lift because I said
and
Uber.
Then the laughing.
And the little laughing from the Key and Peele guys. Yeah. That was pretty funny.
Which one?
Which one? What?
You said one of the Key and Peele guys.
What's his name? Say his name.
Okay, hold on. Which one's the director?
You're gonna get it.
I am. Keegan-Michael Key.
Hey.
Thank you. You tried to trap me.
So what did you do on social media?
Thank you. I was already ready to move on. I am here for every single video that has the AI babies talking to each other. They're now doing
You're into that and that podcast.
Oh God, I love it so much. It's my favorite use of AI. I laugh at them all. They're now doing Judge Judy. They're doing Judge Judy. Don't take that out of context, please.
How can I not?
They're the best. They're the funniest things.
Are we gonna laugh?
No, because I'm okay.
I know who that is without even. That's funny.
I mean, how can you not think that I'm going to play this clip? The audio is funny, but so is the video.
I told you my name is Matt Foley, and I am a motivational speaker. Now let's get started by letting me give you a little bit of a scenario of what my life is all about.
This one's okay because the mouth doesn't match up as much.
But it's more about the way the baby looks.
It's a baby. Chris Farley, rest his soul, living in a van. He says, I'm 35 years old. I'm living in a, yes. I'm here for all of it. So you got, I've already seen the 2 baby and dog ones. I've seen Jesus and the Easter Bunny. I never thought these words would come out of my mouth. I've seen those. I've obviously seen Chris Farley. I've seen the Judge.
You've seen some
one.
things.
I wanted.
It's not AI, but have you seen Joe Rogan and the Grinch?
I saw a clip of Joe Rogan and Theo Vaughn as babies. But I saw that one. I have not seen Joe Rogan and the Grinch. You need to. I am here for that. From the 916. This is our angry listener. Is his angry text of the day. I do wait for it. AI videos aren't funny. This is peak boomer stuff. AI videos are peak boomer stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they are. When I think of peak boomer stuff, I think of AI videos.
I would say the most AI videos I see are from my boomer mom.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to learn how to do that.
Do you?
If it's easy enough and all I got to do is like upload a picture of that would be so dangerous. Are you kidding? Do you have any idea the amount of Kings content I could do with like baby Fox and baby Sabonis working out their differences and all the postmortem there? Baby Slamson talking for the first. Oh my God. Baby Scott Moak. Baby G-Man doing calls of the game. Please. It's like the Nuggets were babies last night when they faced off against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Boy, oh, Chef Boyardee.
I know at some point when Denver goes home, are they going, well, we got the split we were looking for? Which factually they did. They have home court. If they win every game at home, they are moving on.
They have home court advantage in the playoffs against Thunder.
They lost by 9,000 yesterday, but I mean it's really just one loss. I mean this is the classic case of would you rather have been Boston yesterday or the Nuggets?
The Nuggets.
Okay. I mean just embarrassed. Like there was the hope was gone basically. Yeah. Because it's the first quarter, you still think there's more game left. We can catch them. But by half, it was over.
It was 87-56 at the half.
Yeah, it's not if we did that. No, it's over. Whereas Boston is just kicking themselves for this.
I will say this.
But does that break your spirit? And you're like, man, that's the version of what they can look like.
If I'm trying to find a bright side for the Nuggets, other than yours is the best.
Well, that's
one.
a big one.
1-1.
Yeah.
If you'd have told the Nuggets getting on the plane to OKC, like you said, you're going to come back with a split. They just said, let's go.
Yep.
Whether you lose by 43 like they did, or you lose by 3, still a loss. It's not an extra win for the Thunder, although we think it should be. If I'm trying to find a sneaky bright side for the Nuggets, it's that one of the Thunder's biggest advantages, I think, on every team in the playoffs, certainly on the Nuggets, is they are 12 deep. Mark Daniel will play his rotation. The Nuggets have your prototypical tight rotation that relies heavily on Jokic and Gordon and obviously Jamal Murray. Last night, Jokic played 32 minutes. By the way, the MVP candidate was a minus 36 last night, which is actually, I guess, pretty good.
Yeah, and wasn't SGA's, I think, the highest ever in a playoff game.
SGA's plus minus.
I think it was plus 51 or something.
Plus 51. Plus 51.
What are we doing here?
By the way, Hunter Tyson of the Nuggets plus 5. Have they found something there?
Should they have been playing him?
Should he start? Christian Brown was minus 40. But Brown played 26 minutes. Westbrook played 22. Jamal Murray played 31. Michael Porter Jr., who's nursing an injury, played 25. Aaron Gordon played 27. If there's some form of a bright side, you could argue better to lose like this and you're benching a lot of your guys than if you'd have lost by 3, 5, 7, 10. Those guys are all playing 40-plus minutes, and that's just cumulative taxing throughout the playoffs. I mean, I know I'm reaching here, but I do think that's something that does benefit the Nuggets because they aren't as deep as the Thunder. That being said, I think the Thunder are just going to just power slap the Nuggets.
From here on out.
That's the question I was actually rolling around in my head at like 4 a.m. this morning. I was writing the show, my half of the show. I was writing. I was thinking about putting that in as a 3 for Magnus question. Yeah, dear show. If you had to bet right now, do the Thunder win 4 straight, or do the Nuggets get one more game in this series? One or more.
I would bet that the Nuggets get another game.
I think they're gonna win out.
Okay.
I think it's a coin flip. I certainly ain't going to argue against your pick.
Yeah, because we also need to remember game 1, the Thunder were in control of that.
They were.
They basically blew that
game. They were, yeah, but they blew the game.
Yeah.
And now you're going to Denver, and now you're going to the Mile High, and you're in a series where it is cumulative. Now, again, the Thunder have abilities to combat that being out of breath, and but also by this time of the year, everybody's in shape.
Yeah.
They might be fighting something, but everybody's in shape. I don't know how you come back from that, man. Says the guy who is old enough to remember when the Kings got blown off the floor at the Delta Center in Game 1 against the Jazz in 1999 and then beat him in Game 2.
Yeah.
Everything's a new, every morning's a new chocolate box of things, and you don't know what's going to happen.
Beat him in Game 2 and Game 3. That's right. Lost Game 4 and 5.
Oh, that Chris, I always say the start of that whole dynasty, that whole run, was that Chris Webber hip check on John Stockton. That's still just such a damn. And there's 5 boomers out there with us. They're like, yeah, I remember that.
I paid my taxes.
I paid my taxes. Thank you. We'll take a break. When we come back, hey, we got a playoff game tonight. Just one. We'll be right back.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Hereeth my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Get it? With the times.
With the times?
You're playing the lute. Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide.
based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-837-5050. That's 800-837-5050. 800-837-5050.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Hey, aren't we at the top of the hour? Where's Paul Pierce's update?
Now, where's your update, Paul Pierce? Baby stepbrother. Somebody sent me baby stepbrothers. I'm not going to play that.
Why not?
Well, because probably not. And apparently there's more than a couple people that say if I somehow learn the AI, they wouldn't mind seeing baby Jason and baby Dave. You know who'd actually be the funniest? It'd be baby Verlot.
Yeah.
There's a baby picture of me down the hall.
I thought that was Dave.
No, it's Tom Maley.
It's Tom Maley.
Yeah, I want to.
Is he okay?
I don't know. Tom or Alan?
Both.
Neither.
Yeah.
Neither are okay.
Tom, oh my God, yesterday.
What?
When I was going downstairs and he was coming upstairs, like, hey. And then I came back upstairs and he's just like, how did you do that?
there's another set of stairs that everyone knows about, but apparently Chris Verlot's a warlock.
I broke his brain.
He was telling me today about how he plays basketball with a bunch of younger people, and
we used to play basketball with them.
But like they legitimately asked him once, like without any form of irony, like, hey man, if something happens to you on the court, like what exactly do you want us to do?
Do you have some paperwork that
they legitimately were like what's the thing we do? Like, what do you want?
One of the best moments with Tom playing basketball was him taking like a 7-step layup and his son having a video camera.
Oh, I saw this. Yeah.
Laughing at it,
yes,
then stopping it and looking at the video to watch it again and just laughing. Now, what kind of show does Tom's kids get on a daily basis?
Oh God,
just memories forever.
Oh, the amount of like Tom's own ducks that have been murdered in the backyard, just all kinds of hijinks. And God, what does that house smell like when Tom has a snack where he's microwaving his trout sandwich? God bless you, Tom. I don't want to say too much and get mad at me again. 1-800-920-1140. We got you a 12er of a crumble cookies. Treat the mom in your life, or hell, treat yourself to the sweetest gift of all this Mother's Day with a 12-pack of crumble cookies. I told you the idea yesterday. You win the 12-pack, and it's a 6-pack for your mom.
Yeah, exactly.
A 6-pack for you.
Smart. Hey, by the way, mini to major breaking news.
Oh,
you were on this.
Breaking news. Breaking news. It's here on the kitchen.
What is the breaking news?
White smoke.
Really? Is there?
Yeah.
We got white smoke.
We got a Pope.
What's the
That's more than mini news.
That's what I thought. But
we'll play the thinger there. We got a Pope, ladies and gentlemen.
When it breaks,
we have it first.
We got it.
It's Sacktown Sports breaking news.
Live from Italy. Any moment they'll be announcing the new Pope from the Vatican balcony, ladies and gentlemen. They're rolling in the trophy right now. The streamers are coming down. Ownership's about to get on stage and accept congratulations. Here we go. We have ourselves a champion, a Pope. They said it couldn't be done. Jason Ross at the beginning of the season, they doubted him all over the place, but we've got ourselves in overtime.
Yeah.
A new pope.
And according to my sources, I feel pretty good about this. He's been walking all day. Paul Pierce has finally made it to the Vatican.
The new pope.
Yeah.
Wow. How
Pope
about
Pierce.
that? We don't,
Pope Paul.
Pope Pierce. Pope Paul. We don't know.
Paul Pierce.
We don't know as of yet.
Pickled pepper.
There's the smoke. There's the white smoke. You know, they actually have a pyrotechnics expert that's in there that creates the like extra black or extra white smoke. No, I'm not doing a bit. Like they actually have somebody that it's not just them burning
He was like, just kidding.
the balance. Right. They actually put some stuff on the paper.
Oh, how great would it be to just lie about your job and say that you do that?
That's I am the smoke lighter at the papal conclave. Well, what are your hours? What are your hours? I don't know. Depends.
Yeah.
We've got a new pope. Flags are flying everywhere on the Vatican balcony. And Jason, this opens up a whole new era of poping.
Yeah.
That just the what is it? Over 1 billion Catholics in the world. He gets the hat. He gets the ring. He gets the luxury box at the soccer matches. Remember,
This is the height of luxury.
I don't know how many people are old enough to remember when the Pope John Paul, there were some threats on him. He was touring. He was doing the Pope World Tour. Remember the Pope Mobile?
Yes.
Where it was like the Pope.
I love the Pope Mobile.
Do you remember this, Chris?
I've seen it.
Yeah, it's like a legit thing where he would like roll around America and at all his events, he's in like this George Jetson car with the big clear bubble, and waving.
In the Cars world, there's a Pope Mobile for the car Pope.
Is it? Yeah, makes sense.
Which, if you think about it hard enough, that means that there's assassination attempt on the Cars Pope.
From the 916, I will not believe the Pope has been picked until Shams tweets it.
Or is it Shams or Jim Crandall?
Well, Jim Crandall will tweet, we have a new Pope sometime next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Also, a question for you.
I guess the Cardinals weren't off today.
No, the Cardinals were working today, apparently. It's not an off day for them, but they'll be in time to open their series against the Nationals tomorrow. Is there a waving protocol for the Pope as opposed to like the Queen? Like the Queen did that weird kind of side by, like move your hand.
Like a
like stoplight.
You sound like you're from London.
And
very much like a pageant contestant.
Right. And doesn't the Pope do more of the like, all I do is
just like that.
I don't know what you but like the hand kind of going up, down, up, down.
Maybe it's Contavious Caldwell.
Oh, Marquez? Okay.
Mark.
You know what? This is it. Mount Popemore. It's perfect. I would start with On a Rope. Yeah. What's that song from Wicked? I want to be popular. No, like 3 people are going to get that. I think that's super funny. Marquez Pope, Contavious Caldwell.
Yeah. Mark Pope is the coach at Kentucky, right?
Yeah, I think so. Ooh, there's not a lot of popes.
No.
I mean, other than the popes.
Right.
Where you can't do a pope.
Right.
You got to
not
do
for Mount Pope.
Not for Mount Popemore. No, you got to do like Pope adjacents.
Yeah.
So congratulations to the Cardinals who have elected the next Pope. They host the Washington Nationals tomorrow. It's a quick turnaround road trip for them, Jason.
It's a tough back.
You got to think, even though the Nationals are on the East Coast, coming all the way from Rome, that's about, a 7-hour flight. They're going to be a little bit jet lagged in the morning.
Much better break for the Arizona Cardinals, who it's their off season.
They're
the St. Louis Cardinals,
100%.
Stanford Cardinal,
Cardinal rule.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting into Mount Cardinal more now? Good for them. Well, you know what? Look, I don't really know anything about poping and all that, but I know it's super important to a lot of people. So congratulations if that's your thing. And you know what? I always like pomp and circumstance. So thank you. So right now, behind the scenes, I know what happens because I saw Conclave and I saw Angels and Demons with Tom Hanks. So what's going on right now is behind the scenes, the new Pope.
And I've seen Eurotrip.
Well, there you go. The new Pope, I imagine he's got to strip off his cardinal clothing. And then I don't know if there's some sort of holy waters or powders. I truly don't. And then he's being robed.
Is it one size fits all?
That's a great question. That's a wonderful question, Jason. Do they have? Okay, so like when the Stanley Cup gets won, this is exactly what it's like. When they win the Stanley Cup, they always show the guy in the back like stenciling in all the names. Or the U.S. Open, the Wanamaker Trophy. Do they have seamsters? Isn't that a male seamstress?
Sure.
What is a male? Anyways, do they have seamsters and seamstresses? The seamsters, of course, you know what union they belong to. The seamsters. They in the back adjusting? Because and I don't mean any disrespect by this here, but what if you have a fat pope? What if you have a skinny pope? What if you have a short pope? What if you have a big and tall pope?
Yeah.
Do you have many different robes? Because what if you have one regular size robe, papal robe, and the Pope wins? The old Pope was 6 foot, and the new Pope's 5'4".
Right.
You can't have
adjust.
You can't have the new Pope going out on the balcony wearing like one of them wedding dresses that drags. It's got to fit. So
you have a little mini person behind them, someone behind them
holding the papal trail.
Yeah.
So you've got. Wow. I think you've got.
I think we need to bless this room.
I think you've got I think you've got multiple papal robes. You have multiple papal hats. I'll tell you right now, if I was elected Pope, I'd need the giant one. Yeah. I'm not. It would look like a yarmulke on me. I have to. Yeah, it has to go all the way down to right before your eyes, your eyebrows, and then you got to get the ring. Do they have many different rings for all finger sizes? What if the current Pope, what if the Pope's retaining water that day has a thick finger? How do you size it? And then he's going to get all his Pope gear on, and then he goes out on the balcony, and everybody cheers, and then we'll see.
And he's Norberg.
The wave. And then not the wave from the audience. Like he's going to wave. They're not going to do that.
I think they should. One in Rome.
I am now next. What I am waiting for. I think they announced what his name is before he rolls out. But Habemus Papam is what they say. Congratulations, Greg. Papa as well. All the papas of the world. Good for you. We're here. We'll have more updates for you and breakdowns on what's going on. Also, Steph Curry will not play tonight.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. When we come back, what to watch, including what the new Pope's name is. And also the A's off today. The Giants are off. It's a light night tonight. We'll be right back after this.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for three, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code DRIVER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code DRIVER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code DRIVER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
You heard the news. Newsmax just went public on the New York Stock Exchange and listed on the big board. Millions of Americans like you are joining our news revolution. Reuters Institute says Newsmax is one of the top 12 news brands in America. Even President Trump says it's terrific. 40 million Americans go to Newsmax, and its audience grew 50% since the same time last year. Millions really are making the switch to Newsmax. If you want to be a Newsmax share owner, call your advisor or get more info at newsmaxinvest.com. Stand with Newsmax today for a strong America. This communication is for informational purposes only and shall not be intended to or shall not constitute any offer to buy or sell securities, nor shall there be any sale of securities in any jurisdiction in which such offer, solicitation, or sale would be unlawful.
Get ready for Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade Event, May 15th through the 18th. Get the highest value for your RV guaranteed during the biggest RV trade event of the year. Shop the best RV deals in America with new RVs starting as low as $92 a month. Get ready for the holiday weekend with up to 45% off grills and 25% off product installation. Plus, we'll have free hats, free propane refills, free food, and fun for the whole family. Don't miss the incredible Red, White, and New Trade Event, May 15th through the 18th at your local Camping World.
Full details and disclaimers.
The success you've already had matters at University of Maryland Global Campus because we're a school for real life. An accredited state university, UMGC lets you earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning, life, and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. We offer affordable tuition and online and hybrid courses. Classes start May 14th. Apply now and save with no application fee. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Carmichael Dave here for my good friends at American Energy. As a native Sacramentan, I can tell you, not that you need to know, that it might be nice right now, but turn the corner and oh my God, it's so hot. Yeah, you know, summer is coming. And my friends at American Energy want to make sure you are dialed with your AC unit. So how about this half off tune-up right now? It's a special going on, just $24.50 to get your air conditioner tuned up. A free diagnostic. And oh, by the way, if you need a new AC unit, up to $3,500 in rebates on qualifying system installations. That's right. They've been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. Give them a call, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Here's the song.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
The IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship is back for another thrilling season at Monterey's iconic WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca, May 9th through the 11th. Only in Monterey can you experience a high-octane mix of international drivers, cutting-edge prototypes, and GT sports cars racing wheel to wheel. There'll be gourmet food, wine, craft beers, family entertainment, and exclusive fan engagement with the drivers in the open race paddock. Buy your tickets now and experience world-class motorsports. Visit WeatherTechRaceway.com.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley, investing in our neighborhoods, boosting the economy, making the Valley stronger. But when it comes to their finances, where can they turn? A big bank that just sees another number? That's not good enough. Valley businesses deserve Valley support for payroll, credit, cash flow, and everything in between. Valley Business is Valley Strong. Learn how our cash management services can support your business at valleystrong.com.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
All right, I was reading during the break. So any moment now, the new Pope's going to come out on the balcony, and we'll find out what the new Pope's name is. I'm going to say it's Jim.
Jim Pope?
Pope Jim. I'm going to say, what would it be? We have a lot of Johns. We have a bunch of Pauls.
Pope of John.
What do we have? We have like Benedict. What was the last one? Why am I blanking?
Jeez.
No, I know, right?
Nobody tell him.
No, come on. I'm just blanking. It's like one of them Hit King moments.
Pee Wee Herman.
No.
Bike.
Anyway.
Come on.
I'm telling you, I'm not going to get it.
Who stole Pee Wee Herman's bike?
That was Francis. Thank you. Well done. I see what you were doing. I thought you were just throwing me off with random things. Has there been by the way, here's something I need to do I should know more about this. This is the type of stuff I love to know. Is there a list you have to choose from? Like, is there only so many Pope names you can have? Like, if I wanted to be Pope Slamson, I probably can't do that. So do I have a list?
Pope Michael.
Right.
Pope Michael Dave.
Pope Michael Dave. I probably can't be Pope Dave, but can I be Pope David? Well, no, because my name's David. Oh, could you be a Pope with your own first name? I don't know the answer. Could you be Pope Jason the first? There's probably been a Pope Jason. Wasn't Jason a biblical name?
No.
I thought it was.
What story?
The Bible, stupid.
Jason and the Frog?
Argonauts.
Yes, Jason's a biblical name. Pinky finger. It's of Greek origin and is mentioned in the New Testament, specifically in Acts 17:5-9, where Jason hosted Paul and Silas. Paul Silas. All right. I'm reading. I'm not doing a bit. I'm reading it. Jason hosted Paul and Silas during. I'm going to get through this because I ain't trying to screw around here. Jason hosted Paul and Silas. Jason hosted Paul and Silas during their missionary journey. The name Jason reflects themes of faith and support and is derived from the Greek name Iason. Oh, I is in IJ and I is J and Hebrew. That's Indiana Jones had to jump across the thing, remember? And in the Last Crusade, and he jumped. He had to jump over Jehovah, and he jumped on J, and he almost fell through. And he goes, stupid can I be? Jehovah starts with an I in Hebrew.
But Jehovah starts with an I.
Yeah. So
anything but snakes.
Unshot.
Which is rooted in the Hebrew name Yehoshua, meaning Yahweh is salvation. Jason's a biblical name. Ha. I don't want to take JR right now. We're on I trust me on this. I don't trust JR on this at all because that's how we're going to get letters. I ain't trying to screw with anything. I'm fascinated.
After what you've said so far.
I am fascinated by it. I am 100% fascinated by it. I am here for the papal banner. Yeah, they got the stripy security guys now with the flags that are coming out.
The Swiss Guard.
Yeah, no, it's not. You think? I know a little bit. It's the stripy security guys. That's the official name. With the Roman helmets, and they're holding the staffs, or is it staves, the plural? Waiting for it. So yeah, I need to find out if there's a official Pope name list,
right?
That you leaf through.
I think they pick from a hat.
Oh God, how about that? Can you imagine if you're picking from some sort of rant, they have an app, like a name generator for your new papal name that you have?
I think it's the first street you lived on, and your name.
That would be great. For me, I'm up on the podium, and the world welcomes Pope Bilbo Waterbury, the first. There's got to be there's got to be I mean, look, I know people, I know it's a controversial thing, but I love history. I love happy people. So I love watching this. I think this will be the fourth new Pope of my lifetime, I think.
Okay.
John Paul. Wasn't it Benedict after John Paul? That was the short Pope, not short height wise, but short in reign. Yeah. And then Francis, and then
Francis has been a while.
Well, but we really, honestly, when you think about it, John Paul was forever, and then we've had 3 in 15 years, 10 years. Anyway, so this type of stuff doesn't happen every day. It's the 5th Pope since 1963. They say on the chat line, and that sounds about right. But the I think it's really the 4th, counting John Paul, in 20 years.
Right.
You don't get to see this all the time, and we don't know who the new Pope is. The new Pope could be like 50. You got a Pope told for the next 30 years. Right. You never know when you're going to see this again.
Queen Elizabeth was there forever.
Right. They inaugurated Queen Elizabeth. She was never supposed to be queen in the first place. Took her uncle. Having to, he wanted to marry the American, and he did, and he vacated, and then that's when her dad took over, and then she took over, and longest reigning monarch, period, end of statement. Has any Pope ever come to Sacramento? Didn't Pope John Paul come here once? I thought
that I don't.
It's way too early for me. Anyways, we're going to find out what the Pope name is. Also,
would the Pope light the beam?
Without a beam.
Yeah.
It would just come strictly from the Pope. God, seriously, I'm not the most religious guy, but I'll tell you right now, I would welcome the new Pope. By the way, what do you, it's just Father, right? Like I think no, there's like a special Pope address name, right? It's not just Father, is it? Isn't it something like really hardcore? I don't know. What do you
hardcore?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, because you call like a priest Father. There's got to be a special title.
I believe it's my man.
Your Honor. How do you address?
I got you.
You guys are screwing around. Most Holy Father.
Most.
There's holy. There's Father. Holy.
Wow.
Most. Of course you're gonna have.
That's a braggadocious.
There's one guy. Yeah. There's one.
Holy Father.
That sounds like something Pope Francis would be against.
One.
Yes, Pope Francis was definitely against that.
You can't. There's not multiple popes.
I know, but Pope Francis was for all.
One pope. One pope. One most Holy Father. Okay, so I would say, look, I know. First off, let's be real here. Pope's got a lot of important things to do, way more important than sports. But if you told me the Pope John the 19th or whoever it's going to be was doing a Sacramento thing and he could maybe make his way out to Golden One Center and say a few things,
right?
All over it. I would attend and do whatever it takes. I don't even care. I would do whatever. I'd say whatever, hold whatever. I get the beads.
Yeah, maybe it's this weekend. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Disturbed.
I canceled the concert. Yeah. Let's go. They just had the little announcement up of what they actually say. So, if this isn't your thing, Warriors at Wolves tonight.
Yeah,
it's another. It's something else. I'm going to be on this all day. By the way, okay. Warriors at Wolves. Game 2. Both the A's and Giants are off. The Giants start a series tomorrow with the Twins out in Minnesota. And the A's, they're off. They continue their.
They're off at home today. This is the day you might see TJ at Safeway.
It's a great point. I might actually hit up that Safeway.
Did we get his number? Maybe I'll invite him out somewhere.
Watch the Pope stuff.
Yeah. I would also like to know for those believers out there, a real question here. I ask everything respectfully. Is there like for people that are like Catholics or hardcore Catholics that are following this, like, is there some sort of like, do you do some sort of like familial celebration on a day?
It's
like
a big
today?
Day.
Like for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like, is there like food? Because that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if that's
is everybody coming over to watch the proceedings? Or is there different foods that are served?
I could just tell, marrying into a Catholic family.
Yeah.
There's a lot of texts going on. They're very excited.
Oh, I'll
for
bet.
This.
Well, this just.
But they loved Pope Francis.
It never. Yeah, absolutely.
Some
say the most humble Pope we've ever had, as far as the guy. Didn't he? There was like the big, the like papal, like royal papal bedroom or whatever, and he slept in like a little 1-bedroom apartment on the side. Took nothing like the salary that they have or whatever it is. None of that stuff. Interesting. Yeah, it will be very interesting to see who it is as everyone's lining up and all the pomp and circumstance. It's awesome. Look at all those happy faces. Look at all the people smiling. You know what? That's what we need more of, Jason. I don't care what brings you. It's a happy day. It's a happy day for so many people and hope. And I don't know what's flying there. I'm going to pretend it's some doves, but it seems a little too small for doves.
Yeah.
And any second now they're showing the curtain parted and the white cloth the drapes over the window. At any moment, the new Pope's going to emerge and begin his popedom. His Pope career will begin. We'll take a break when we come back. Crosstalk with a special guest.
Maybe
not. Maybe. And celebrity birthdays next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Well, the A's call-up of last year's first-round pick and fourth selection overall in the draft, Nick Kurtz, is not surprising, but his rise through the A's minor league system is pretty astounding. Kurtz has played in only 32 minor league games, but the numbers are eye-popping. A .336 average, 11 home runs, and 37 RBIs.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. It's how retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing must-visit shops. And it's how healthcare offices become data-managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Have you ever dreamed of shopping for the perfect jewelry from home? Well, now it's possible, and you can even build your credit. PrestigiOJewelers.com now offers online shopping, making us the premium credit jeweler nationwide. With an exceptional selection of fine jewelry, from engagement rings and gold chains to sparkling diamond earrings and much more. With over 30 years of experience, Prestigio guarantees you'll find exactly what you're looking for. It's fast and easy. Once approved, you'll receive a guaranteed credit line from $400 to $10,000. All you need is to be 18 years or older, have a valid form of ID, be employed for a minimum of 6 months, and a bank account for automatic payments. PrestigiOJewelers.com is the perfect way to establish or reestablish your credit, with interest rates at only 2.25% per month. We are here to help you with monthly reporting to all major credit bureaus. The perfect jewelry, the perfect price, helping you build perfect credit. Visit us online at PrestigiOJewelers.com or at one of our locations in Sacramento, Stockton, Merced, and Fresno. Enter code Sacktown Sports at checkout to save 10%.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
All right. Hey, JR.
Why are you messing with my Catholic faith, big guy?
Say that again. I'm sorry. I got my.
Why are you messing with my Catholic faith?
Ain't messing nothing, man. I am fascinated by this stuff. I really am. I think it's phenomenal.
Is it you, JR?
It could be. Hey, I went to Rome last year. It was so freaking. And of course, I'm full Catholic. Go every Sunday.
I want to go to Rome's number one. Honestly, on my kids, I'm not doing a bit. Rome is number one. Well, phenomenal. The Masters is number one, but but Rome is number one on my list.
No, the Vatican City is just off the charts. I mean, it's crazy.
Yep, I'll bet.
And I do go every Sunday because I have to, because I sin so much during the week. But and Father Pope Father, you got me saying it now. God, Pope Francis, he came to Sacramento September of 15, I think.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
How do we?
He came, and you know what he did? He created an extra spot for the diocese. He created a bishop spot for Father Ray, if I remember right. Oh. So there you go, a little history.
Okay, I'm so scared right now, JR.
No, it's accurate.
All
not
right,
accurate. I'm sorry, but here's not accurate. You know what my Pope name would be?
What? We're just gonna have to find out later. Not doing it.
Wanted to know.
I may be bringing.
He was on his best behavior.
He was.
That
you
wasn't
know
even
he
JR.
was gonna come in and do something.
Can you call back JR and just tell Chris off the air?
Tell Chris off the air. Hey, I'll tell you what. You tell Chris off the air, and if Chris says it's okay, I'll put you back on the air. I'm not trying to make anyone
That's
angry.
right, JR. If I decide it should go on the air.
He actually had facts.
I think he did.
You were so ready.
My finger. I never do that. Yeah. My finger was on the button.
The bad thing is he got a talking from me. Be like, all right, JR. Like, Be careful.
You gave him up.
I said you're already starting off down one. So
thinnest.
I got Vatican news up on Twitter.
Oh, that's you follow.
And,
I would think the tweet would come first.
That's what, right? Like, break the news. What's his name?
Oh, it might be on Blue Sky.
Could you?
Actually, it's more of a Facebook.
Facebook. I want to see the name. Thank you. I want to see the name of the Pope before we get off the air today. Does somebody have
the band already came through?
Does somebody have a contact for the PIO for the Vatican? Send them a text. All right, celebrity birthdays are brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Nothing says family and friends more than Crumble Cookies. Hey, want to celebrate a momentous moment in the world? Yeah, I got me a 12 or a Crumble Cookies. What do you got, Jason Ross? Oh, I started to give it away.
Yeah.
Oh,
we got a new Pope.
Oh, we got the 12-pack of Crumble Cookies right now. Hit up the Folsom Lake Honda hotline right now at 1-800-920-1140. Caller number 6. Really? We'll score our certificate for a free 12-pack of cookies from Crumble. Jason Ross.
All right. Happy birthday today to, let's see where we're going to start with. Ronnie Lott.
Oh, Ronnie Lott. I can't put my finger on it, but I think it's, thank you. 64. I saw Ron Lott last summer. He was out here at a golf tournament, just carting around Ronnie Lotting.
Okay.
Yeah. 64.
67.
Kyle.
Yay. Hi. 68.
Yay. Chris was close to 66.
Oh.
Happy birthday to, let's test this one. David Attenborough. Who that is?
I know exactly who David Attenborough is. Perhaps the only guy in the world that can give Morgan Freeman a run for his money. I think he should go first.
I do know who David Attenborough is.
Ooh.
Love a little Planet Earth.
Okay, good knowledge.
I'll say 75.
71.
They're way off. I'm going to be off by 1.
Okay.
He either turns 100 or he's 99. I know he's late in his 90s. His brother passed not that long ago. I'll say 100. Even 100. Just in case. No.
99. Dave wins. Happy birthday to Enrique Iglesias.
Not Palazzo?
No.
Okay.
Not Julio.
Not Julio. Enrique Iglesias is...
He can be your hero.
Yeah. He married Anna Kournikova.
Did they get married?
I thought they did. Maybe they did. I don't know. Enrique Iglesias is 52. No.
55.
51.
Kyle is close as 50.
Wow.
Happy birthday to Kemba Walker.
Kemba Walker is 41.
40.
Younger than you think. 36.
Kyle wins that one. 35.
Wow.
Walker. Happy birthday to former King Garrett Temple.
I love Garrett Temple.
GT.
Who he play for?
Dude. I play for the Kings.
And everybody else.
Garrett Temple is, I think he's 37.
He is 42.
I think he's still in the league. 38.
Kyle wins that one. 39. Kyle's on a run here. Happy birthday to Quentin Grimes. Left Dallas, went to Philly, scored all these points. Oh,
go ahead.
How old is Quentin Grimes?
I saw him play in high school once. 23.
24.
22.
Dave's closest, 25. Is that him calling in?
No. We're calling out. Not going to pick up.
Calling the Pope?
Close. Not a Pope, but a temple.
Oh.
Anytime we have their numbers.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
Garrett Temple. It's Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Christopher Lod. we're doing our celebrity birthdays bit on the air. We just wanted to say happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We love you. We miss you. Thank you for all you do and did for Sacramento. We hope you have an awesome, awesome day. Bye-bye. Happy birthday, Garrett.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Bill Cower.
I feel like he's going to be older than I think. 67.
69.
You know what they say about coaches?
What do they say?
66.
We have a tie. 68 for Bill Cower between Dave and Chris.
Bill Cower.
Happy birthday, Mike D'Antoni.
Mike D'Antoni. Also 67 today. Nope.
No, he's 74.
Damn it. I was going to, okay, can I just, I'm being honest. Yeah. I was going to say 71. When I said no, is that allowed?
Yeah.
73.
71, 73, and 74. We have a correct answer. It is Christopher Law at 74 for Mike D'Antoni. Happy birthday to Lovey Smith.
A lot of coaches.
A lot of coaches today. What was happening 9 months ago? Jeez. A lot of X's and O's. Lovey Smith is 70. Lovey. What is his real name? Who called their wife Lovey? Sitcom. Thurston Howell. Yeah, Gilligan. Okay.
The third.
Gilligan the third.
He is 72.
69.
Kyle's close to 67. Another coach, Kevin Stefanski. I believe 2-time coach of the year in the NFL.
Anyone have any idea what Lovey Smith's real first name is?
Franklin.
Pope.
Loveland.
Lovey Smith's real first name is Lovey.
Huh.
Wow.
Lovey Lee Smith. It's a hell of a name.
Smith.
LL Smith. That's a attorney at law.
Yeah.
What was who was it?
Kevin Stefanski, coach of the Browns.
42. Come on, Pope.
43.
On the balcony.
41.
We have a correct answer. It goes to Christopher Laud, 43. Happy birthday to Michael Penix Jr.
Penix. Michael Penix Jr. is, I was just saying, like, Penix sounds like it could be a Pope name. Like Pope Penix the Fifth. Yeah, totally. Michael Penix Jr. is 23.
Ooh, I was going to say 23. I'll still say 23.
Well, he's 26.
Kyle's closer, 25.
Ooh.
And the last one we have here is former Dodger, Padre, Ranger, I think, Adrian Gonzalez.
Adrian Gonzalez is 40 today.
42.
I used to go to the same batting cage he went to.
That's a great story.
Yeah. 45.
Chris is closest, 43.
Wow.
There you go.
Well, I was hoping to get you guys either the name of the brand new Pope, or we were at least going to be able to see the official Pope, unveil. But they're taking their time. Obviously, aren't listening to the program,
or are listening,
even though we are available. Oh, maybe they're waiting for it to be done. Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations, and many, many awesome years of peace and prosperity and all that stuff. So, hey, listen, for Jason, for Chris, for a little bit of Kyle, for Kelly Brothers, for Garrett Temple's voicemail, and for the brand new Pope, whoever he may be, thank you all. Jose, the big boss, coming up next.
No way.
That's the scuttlebutt. Jose filling in for, I get it. I'm the boss. I'm going to put myself on the air. I see where he's coming from. 4 hours, be kind to him. He's very, very talented. We love him to death. He'll take you all the way till Whitey and Kyle coming up this afternoon. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.